So good to see you, man.
Great to see you. You look great, man.
You look great, too.
Great fucking studio down here. I like the lights. I like the whole cosmic effect.
I wish you had more time in town. I want to take you around. I got to take you to the... I want to show you some things. I want to show you some things. So I'm going to show you the club.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to see the club. You got a lighter over there?
Yeah,
Let's get this
yeah.
party started. I haven't smoked since this fucking... I didn't even smoke this morning.
Well, that's crazy.
That plane took off at... I left the house at 5. I was up at 4. I took some edibles last night with some CBD, so I woke up feeling like a fucking doctor.
New Jersey's all wide open now, right?
Wide open.
It's legal, like recreational, right?
Yeah, and let me tell you something, like, they're waiting on stores? Not really.
No?
People just opening those motherfuckers.
Really?
Delivery services that are tremendous. They come to your house, deliver it, whatever time.
When I was in New Orleans, I bought weed on a food truck.
Yeah, they have those in New
They had a
York.
food truck. This lady pulled up in a food truck. She was just selling weed. You figured it out?
Any
Pop
good?
the top.
Any good?
Yes! It was very good. It's upside down. You're upside down. That one. It's a cigar lighter.
Oh,
there you
shit.
go. There you go. Hey!
There you go. We got to open up the fucking podcast with a little fart. It's great to see you, man.
It's great to see you, too.
Fucking long time from L.A., huh?
I know. You know, the one time that I visited you in New Jersey, and we had dinner at El Nido, that fantastic Italian restaurant near your house, I wouldn't move either. I get it. Look, I love New Jersey. New Jersey's like you're close enough to New York, but you're kind of like in the rest of the world. You know, they're regular people, just normal people living their lives.
They go to the city. They come back. They commute.
Yeah.
You look at them. You go, how the fuck do you do that every day? Get on a goddamn bus.
I know.
An hour back. Walk through Times Square.
It's a different life.
It's a different fucking life. Me, when I moved down there, I knew that my New York days were over with.
Yeah.
Because it's an hour to and fro, you know?
Right.
And I used to go down there 20 years ago. My buddy Chris Fish still lives down there. And that's how I got introduced to that area. When I was going to move to Jersey, I was going to move to Bergen County. So I got to be close to the city, Fort Lee, my old hometown. But after the pandemic, you couldn't find shit. That Bergen County's where the guy went skiing, and he came back from Italy, and everybody got fucking, well, that was like somewhere in Westchester. But Bergenfield.
Someone brought it.
Back, remember I complained to you that the guy went skiing in Italy?
Oh.
And he came back. That fucking guy, he must have been the joy of his fucking neighborhood. Because the whole neighborhood got it after that. He's alive still, the dude, but it doesn't matter. That when everything went down, I just wanted to get out of L.A. When I saw Burbank and what was going on in Burbank, and I was like, you know what, I don't want to raise my daughter here anymore. I wasn't safe.
Yeah.
All the parades were being held around the corner from my house. All the fucking violent parades and shit. So I had people walking through my neighborhood, breaking into cars. And I was like, we were dying to get the fuck out anyway. Like, I went to New York in 2016 at the airport. My wife asked me, why are we even going back? She's like, why are we going back? I can see that you like it here. You're having a good time with your friends. And I miss one thing, the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
That's it. But the Comedy Store, what we were doing there on Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights, that's never going to happen again.
Well, if it happens, it'll be happening with a different crew of people.
With a different crew of people, absolutely.
It can it happened again with us, and it happened before us with other guys and girls that had come through. There's some comics there that are really funny.
Tremendous comics.
It's still going to be a great place to go see stand-up. It's just, we had a very fun thing going on. We really did. And there was the camaraderie that we experienced there was fucking amazing. It was very unique. It was not just unique in my life as a friend, being that close to people, but unique in comedy. Because comedy there's so many bitter comedians. There's so many comedians that get upset when other people are doing well, that get upset when that guy got a movie. Why is he getting his fucking movie? This attitude has always been a part of that community because it's so insecure. Such a hard thing to do for a living. You're telling jokes and you're writing them and you're trying to who am I on stage? Am I this? Am I bigger? Am I smaller? Am I louder than I really am? Am I more chill than I really am? How do I do this right? And everybody is confused and everyone's trying to figure it out. And along the way, some people figure it out faster than you and they take off. Some people they never make it. There's guys that we've known forever that are funny guys that for whatever reason they never really pieced it together. It's fucking a hard way to make a living. It's a weird way to make a living. You said it best one time. You said it's the hardest, easiest thing you'll ever do. Because when you're doing it and it's killing, it's easy. But it's fucking hard to get there.
And it never stops. You never stop working.
No.
You're always thinking of new material. Your gears are always fucking turning. You're always looking for knowledge. Not looking for knowledge, but you're looking for data. You know, to goof on. You know, like I said, Marlon Brando used to sit in phone booths in New York and look at people walking by to observe. That's what we have to do. We have to become, so we could go up later on and be fucking conduits of what we observed. So it's an interesting, it's a great fucking struggle. I would do it all over again. I don't give a fuck about the bus rides, sleeping on trailways, sleeping in my car. I fucking had a great time.
We got through that. You know, that's why it's so great. If you're still doing that at 50 years old, if you're still, you know, sleeping in your car, that's rough. You know, if you're not, if there's no success at the end, it's like everybody loves a struggle. Yeah, but they like the struggle and then succeed. That's what they really want. And for some of us, it's just, you know, just too hard. It's just a fucking weird way to make a living. Ron White's still out there killing it. Ron White went up last night, the Vulcan. Destroyed.
He is the last of the real fucking Mohicans.
He's the real deal.
He's the real deal. I see him with his white hair.
He's a bad motherfucker.
And his mustache, and he's not drinking now.
Nope.
So he's got to be lethal on fucking
Oh my
stage.
God, he's lethal.
Lethal.
He's lethal.
If he's not drinking, because he was lethal when he was drinking.
He's microdosing mushrooms and smoking weed all day. He's an animal.
If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad.
He's playing golf.
I see that. He's eating.
Yeah.
He eats good.
He looks good. Like he looks healthy when you see him. And he's just such a sweet person. He's just such a sweet guy. He loves everybody. He's just such a good guy.
He got good fucking tequila too.
Oh yeah.
That's good motherfucking
That's real
tequila.
shit.
It must be torture on him.
David Lucas is into the tequila. Is that him right now?
That was him a couple days ago.
Yeah,
playing golf with Cat Williams.
No shit.
Yeah.
That is Cat Williams. Wow. Wonder where they played.
I think here, Vegas.
Oh, Vegas. That makes sense. Yeah, he plays in Vegas all the time. He does like the Mirage. He'll stay there for a week, and he just plays golf all the time. He's an animal. He lives a life of leisure, you know?
That you're supposed to.
Yeah, he went to Maui for a couple weeks, just hangs out.
That's what he's supposed to do. He works hard.
Yep.
He's that age. He can't hit it like he used to, but he still hits it.
Well, I think it's probably a lot easier now that he's not drinking. You know, it's probably a lot easier.
The drinking weighs on you, bro.
Oh, yeah. It's fun, though.
Oh, yeah. I've had maybe since I last saw you, I had the whiskey with you in the studio. And then I had a couple of fucking maybe 2 sangrias at Anthony's. And then one night I got really crazy. And I go, let me get an Italian fucking martini. That was my biggest downfall.
Martini?
Oh, my God. Whiskey, and more whiskey. And a little bit of fucking anisette, you know.
Really?
I drank it, and my eyes got red. Like, I could feel the heat around my eyes. I couldn't even drink it, and that was it. I never drank again, dog. That was it.
Well, you were never much of a drinker.
No, but that whiskey fucking killed me that night. It gave me heartburn. My bones hurt. It fucked me up, that Italian. Is an Italian martini or an Italian old-fashioned.
Oh, Italian
Which
old-fashioned.
old-fashions already taste like shoe polish. Like you're already taking yourself into the murky waters with a fucking... You ever drink the martini for the first time, like a dirty martini? Your whole body, like, what the fuck is that?
I like dirty martinis.
I like all that shit. With the olives, you eat like 15 olives afterwards.
The thing about old-fashions is I don't like putting things in whiskey other than Jack or other than Coke. Like Jack and Coke is okay.
Perfect.
I'll have a Jack and Coke. But like other than that, I'm not like a big fan of like whiskey with. I like whiskey by itself.
By itself is good.
I like it. I like that taste. You know, when it hits you and you're like, ooh. Oh, I love that. I love that. I like a drink that lets you know you're drinking. You know, like I don't mind a pina colada. I'm not like I'm not stuck on my ideas. I like a pina colada. They're delicious. You know, some kind of coconut drink, something fancy, but I like a whiskey.
See, but when you drink, it's the sugar that hangs you over.
Is that real?
Yeah, yeah. Like when you drink, like if you go to fucking one of those freezy joints where they make the freeze and they give you a lot of alcohol content, the next day you get hungover more on the sugar. It's like when you eat an edible. If you eat like a gel cap, you're fine. But once you start eating brownies, the next day you wake up, you're like, I feel kind of weird. It's that sugar.
Well, I do know that, I don't normally eat this way. I normally eat pretty clean, but every now and then I'll go off the rails. And one time I had this bacon cheeseburger and a giant milkshake, and I know it was the milkshake because after I ate the milkshake, I had a headache. I had to sit down. I felt like shit. And I'm like, is this just because I'm old, or is this just when I was younger? With that, your shirt's gonna catch on fire. When I was younger, I used to have a milkshake and it never affected me, or maybe I wasn't aware. Maybe I didn't pay attention to my body as much. Maybe I wasn't as tuned in. Because now, if I drink a milkshake now, I'm like, oh, what did I do? Like I just feel like I've been depleted by 20-30%. Like all my thinking energy, my physical energy. Like if I had to go run, like I'm fucking doomed. I can't run. I'm so tired. I'm just exhausted, and that's my body just trying to process the sugar. So if alcohol does that to you too, because alcohol, your body does process it like sugar, right?
So sugar, yeah. When people tell you they're hungover, ask them what they were drinking.
Right.
And if they were drinking like that sweet stuff, that's the worst I think the worst hangover I ever had, honestly, is red wine.
Red wine?
Red wine, fuck me. I drank a gallon of that Julio, the Gallo brothers. When I was stole it from Albertsons, took that motherfucker to Hudson County Park, and I drank it, throwing bottles at pigeons and shit. I went home that afternoon. I couldn't lift my head off the pillow.
Really?
For 2 days. It was a horrible hangover. I'm not good with alcohol. I never have been. I tried, but no, I gave up this year. That was it. I did have an ale 2 Saturdays ago.
Yeah.
At Anthony's, a little fucking cider, whatever you call it. Hard knock, whatever the fuck they are.
Oh, hard cider.
Yeah, not bad.
Those are good. I used to have those at the store sometimes. Hard ciders. I think that's a British thing, right? Aren't they into that? Or Irish? Who's into hard cider? Is that Irish folks? What is that? It's like there's certain cultures. It's a Europe thing, right? Somewhere in Europe, they're real into ciders.
I just drink it because it's the easiest.
Tastes good.
Yeah, it's the easiest. One, just not to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
When you're sitting at a table with a bunch of people drinking fucking old fashions and mimosas, and
There's times when drinks are almost necessary, like a cold beer sometimes. Cold beer sometimes just feels like it's necessary.
a Heineken, fucking cold Heineken.
Oh yeah.
A cold Budweiser in a can.
With some stone crabs.
Oh, fucking! We used to go to this place, Chan's Dragon Inn. We used to get fucking zombies with steak on a stick and egg rolls and fucking, oh my God, shrimp toast. I love all that stuff. That's the whole thing. You want to drink beer with a nice pork sandwich.
Yeah.
An Italian pork sandwich with sausage and peppers and fucking a nice cold Budweiser in a can.
That's a place I haven't been to in forever, is Little Italy during the feast.
I didn't go last year. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't go.
I haven't been in decades.
1984 with this guy.
Yeah?
That's my buddy who came with me today, James. That's the last feast I went to in 84.
For people who don't know what it's like, you go to Little Italy in New York and you walk down the street and there's these carts set up and they got sausage sandwiches, sausage and peppers. Some of them is sausage with marinara sauce. It's fucking insane. It's all sausage.
Zeppelis.
Yes, Zeppelis.
Zeppelis, which are fucking probably the worst thing in the world that you could eat. It's bread,
fried
sugar,
dough.
fried dough, but fucking delicious.
It's deep fried dough covered in powdered sugar, and you eat it and you're like, whoa.
When I was a kid, there was an Italian deli on 22nd and Central Avenue in Union City, New Jersey. And I would walk there and get the loaf of bread that was really skinny, the Italian bread that was really skinny.
Yeah.
I'd get a stick of Hotel Bar butter, a bag of fucking Zeppelis, and a Coke, 32 ounce. That was my breakfast in the 7th and 8th grade.
Wow.
I love all that shit. Zeppelis for breakfast, buttered toast.
Buttered toast. I used to get buttered bagels. That was a thing in the East Coast.
buttered rolls,
Yeah, buttered rolls
everywhere.
That's not a thing out here.
No,
that's
it's
very,
not a thing anywhere.
Like you go to get a coffee and they'll sell you a buttered roll.
Right at the gas stations
Yeah.
in Jersey. Like when you're getting right there at the gas station, they got buttered rolls. Another big thing that I haven't seen this time is not peanut butter, jelly with cream cheese.
Oh, yeah?
On a Kaiser roll or something like that. When I was a kid, people used to eat that a lot. Oof, I don't like that shit.
Remember you go to the diners and they'd have the little stacks of jelly sitting there?
Tremendous.
Right next to
those
the
little grape ones.
Little jukebox machine where you could put money in and you press the buttons to get it to go and you'd see the record move over and drop in. They had those. Like they had those at your little spot. Like when you would sit down for when you sit down at a diner, they had remember you had your own little like jukebox.
Remember at the last episode of The Sopranos when he's playing with the
that's
fucking
right.
jukebox and the thing.
That's right.
And he puts on Don't Stop Believing.
That's a real thing in the whole New Jersey, New York area.
The diner experience.
Diners experience
has not changed except that they close at 11.
They do?
Yeah, now because of COVID, I guess they close at 11 in Jersey. But when we went, like when we got here in August, it took like 2 weeks to get settled. Then we moved into a house. And like the second week, we went out with a bunch of kids to the Manalapan diner. And I had the fucking disco fries. And the kids went fucking nuts. With the French fries, with the mozzarella cheese and the gravy. They went fucking nuts. I was high as fuck. I just started ordering, and my wife's like, what are you doing? These kids don't know what that is. I go, watch. They started inhaling those things. Bro, we moved in September 2nd. September 3rd, I had to go north. And when I came back, there were 2 moms in front of my house with 4 fucking kids. That's the neighborhood I'm from. Talking to my wife, talking about shit. I pulled up. They're like, how the fuck you doing? I'm like, COVID. I ran in the fucking house. I don't want those people around me. And now they're like our fucking best friends on the block. I got a great... It's, listen, I remember you calling me going, do you want to go to Austin? I go, listen, bro, I got to be around family. I got to go back and be around family. I've been too far. It's too many years that I've been without my peeps.
It suits you. As soon as we got there, I was like, oh, I see where he's the king of New Jersey.
Oh, we went to eat that night.
He's not going anywhere.
No, it took time. The first 6 months were kind of rough. Then I had the knee surgery.
How is the knee now?
It sucks dick.
Really?
Listen, I didn't do the research before the surgery because, I'll tell you why. If I would have done the research, I would have chickened out.
Yeah.
I would have read too much into it and got on YouTube and seen the tools they used and shit. The knee is good. It's been 13 months. I'm doing great treadmill work, all that shit, but it's tough to fucking try to do jiu-jitsu with it.
Really?
The other day, somebody hit me with one of those hizokodachis, whatever the fucking throw, when they hit your leg, like when they fucking go to sweep you.
It hurts your knee.
And I could feel it just knocked it off the track. And this guy's a brown belt that's older, He didn't mean anything. It just knocked it off the track, so...
And what do? You pop it back in?
I just started walking. I walked on it, put some ice on it, and then when I woke up Tuesday morning, it was scary because the scar came back. The scar had disappeared, and Tuesday morning, the scar came back.
Like it was red again?
Yeah, as I was going into the shop, I'm like, God damn it.
We should tell everybody what you got. You got a knee replacement.
A knee replacement.
Yeah. So is that when they resurface it? They change the surface and they put like a ball and cap thing?
They put everything. Fucking. When you get to the surgery and you look at the table and you see a mallet.
Ooh.
A fucking mallet.
Yeah.
Why is there a mallet here?
Yeah.
I couldn't even understand it.
Yeah.
If I would have done the research, I don't think I would have tried the needle first. That's what I'm going to do on my left one with the blood.
Oh, PRP?
PRP, because that's the way to go.
Yeah, there's a lot of things they can do for you now.
Yeah.
Between stem cells and PRP, and you can most certainly make your knees feel better. You can eliminate most of the pain. I got on this program, this guy, Knees Over Toes guy. I had him on the podcast. His name is Ben Patrick. Great guy. I had him on the podcast, and he has this program that he puts up online. He puts a lot of it on just on Instagram, and it's all in how to strengthen your knees, and he does it over like this very progressive way where you're not really overworking your knee. You're never getting to the point where you're like in pain. You're not working through pain, and you build it over a long period of time, and it's all about strengthening the areas around the knees with these various exercises that are pretty easy to do.
Pretty easy to do.
And man, within, I don't know how many months I've been doing it now, Jamie. What, like 8 months or something? Probably, but I've completely changed the way my knees feel. Like I was thinking I was gonna have to stop like hitting the bag, like doing workouts, kicking the bag. I was like, look, man, maybe I'm 54. Like maybe at 54 you can't kick the bag anymore. Not true. No, I straightened everything up, and whatever little pain that I was worried about went away, and now I'm good to go. Doesn't bother me at all. Like normal shit, normal little aches and pains, but it's not like they don't feel like they work anymore. Like I strengthened all the area around it, and constant blood flow from all these exercises, like pulling a sled backwards. That's a big one. It's a big exercise in his program. And then
So pull it this way?
Yeah, pulling it backwards.
I did that last week. That's
because when you pull backwards, you strengthen your legs in a very different way than you do if you were pushing something forward. And most of the stuff we do, like with walking, you're going forward, almost always going forward. And he's like, it really strengthens the knees and the legs in a unique way going backwards. And I've found that to be probably the best thing for my knees. And so I do it with now, because he told me he did it with every workout. So I'm trying to do it like basically 3 or 4 days a week now, at least.
I walk backwards on the treadmill
That's
slowly.
good.
And then we go outside, we do the pull, and then I just do like knee bends with my heel to touch the floor, and we kept raising the stuff. And then I go see my buddy, Dave Batone, and he hits it like once a week with the laser. So my left knee, the arthritis I had, I got to be honest, I don't feel it anymore.
Really?
I'm still going to do the thing.
PRP?
The PRP. I took my initial consultation. I think I go back in 2 weeks, and then we'll take the blood out, and we'll do all that stuff, and we'll take it from there.
I know people that have had knee replacements, and it's been a game changer for them. It's really been amazing for them. And I know other guys who have had problems. I guess it probably depends on which kind you get, which doctor you go to, and there's probably a lot of variables.
It was fucking brutal.
I can imagine.
I went to see him, and he goes, "Oh yeah, you need it on the right one." Because before the pandemic started on the 16th, they shut everything down in March. I went to the doctor on the 9th, and he shot me with the gel, and he goes, "This will last for a year." But the house I moved into in Jersey has stairs, so it accelerated the fucking deterioration quickly.
Yeah.
Unloading the truck and all that shit. So I went to get it, but I remember I went like on a Thursday, and he goes, "You're having surgery in 2 weeks." Like that's how fast it was. So he goes, "Saturday, you got to go to Brick and do the whatever the fuck." And I remember going down there, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do this shit. Everybody had their mask on, the fucking place was packed. I already did the lung X-ray and the EKG. All I needed was a blood test. And, dog, I was ready to walk out of there. And some dude walked in there, 20 years younger than me, with a fucking...
With a walker?
With a walker. And this motherfucker didn't end there. This motherfucker walked up to the nurse and he goes, "How you doing? My name is Charlie Brown," whatever. And she goes, "Hold on 1 second, I'm on the phone." He turned his stroller around. It was a fucking cooler. He took a beer out and he sat on the cooler and he started drinking on the beer while the receptionist was fucking on the phone. And I'm like, I don't want to be that dude.
Yeah.
Like, he can't walk. Like, you could see when he got down, he couldn't even bend to sit down. So I just went in, got it done. And I went in the morning of, like, maybe 2 weeks later, and it was quick. Like, I was in there, and I was all in till they said they were going to hit me with that fucking thing in the back of your spine.
Epidural?
Jesus Christ. And I was naked as shit. My dick shrunk up, because that's the worst when you drink, because they're giving you all that shit free inside, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They give you the IV, and I'll never forget, I'm on the fucking table. They go, "Listen, wait 2 minutes. We're going to give you the intramural block," whatever the fuck it is. And I'm like, "Listen, before you give me the block, I got to take a piss, because when I stress out, I got to pee."
Right.
And I remember, like, I just glazed my dick under the robe, and it was non-existent. It was just a pair of balls. All that was the flap from the turtleneck, the uncircumcised. I kept even double-checking, and the guy said, "Come on, hurry up, get him, he needs to pee." And a beautiful girl came over, dog, with the thing, and she says, "I'm going to help you, just put it in here." And I'm like, "You're not going to do this." What are the chances you show up and my dick is as small as it's ever been? And I remember, like, I had to maneuver the fucking thing onto my dick to pee, and then I took it out. They hit me with the epidural block. I passed out, and I woke up fucking 4 hours later.
How long before you could walk?
I walked around that night.
Really?
They had me walk, and then
What'd that feel like?
I was so fucked up on whatever they get. You know,
Yeah.
you can't really get a read on anything.
What do you do if you're an addict? Like if you're a person in recovery and you're not supposed to get high and you go in to get surgery. I mean, what the fuck do you do?
I had a friend that did that.
Really? What did he do?
He
Just
had to
take
do
it?
something completely different. Like,
What did he do?
they have all these herbal alternatives and shit. You know,
fuck
yeah,
outta
it
here.
ain't gonna work. You know, but you could try them. You know, you gotta remember, I lived in Boulder, where all those motherfucking granola people, like, you know,
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna have. And Doug, the birthing center in Boulder was across the street from the hospital for a reason, because those bitches were filled weekly. Those women would go in there. Yes, you know, I go to yoga. I'm spiritual. I just want to have the kid fucking naturally. And within, it was right across the street from the hospital for a reason. If you go to Boulder right now, the hospital is like 2 minutes from the birthing center, because they tap out. They get there with their sandals, the long hair under their armpits. I'm tough. No, you're not tough. That's fucking pain. Okay.
You imagine that women did that for all of human history until they figured out.
It's brutal.
I mean, what did they do back in the day? Do you think they got them drunk? Did they give them booze when they were? I mean, what did they do when they're screaming in agony? Just nothing. Just let them just handle it.
But what about when somebody has a kid in the car, like a taxi, or a
yeah.
cop has to deliver it? There's no drugs.
There's no drugs. No, you just have to have the kid.
It was just a kid.
That's so crazy. People still to this day like want to do it in the tub. There's like a lot of people that choose to do it. They get a doula, they get like a midwife who helps them, and they have a baby in the tub. It's wild shit.
It's wild.
That's a tough woman, man, to be able to go through that. Like, I know I've had some painful surgeries, knee surgeries and stuff, but that is nothing compared to a baby coming out of your vagina. I mean, get the fuck out of here. A baby's so big. A baby is so big. You know, a baby coming out of your vagina is just, what a crazy design that nature figured out. Like, and you know, the thing about people as opposed to all the other primates is that when we come out and we're helpless. Like, monkeys are not that helpless. Like, chimps are not that helpless when they come out. They're more developed, but our heads are too big. So when we come out, like, we need to be taken care of for way longer. It's like our period of development inside the womb is like 9 months, but then you're not mobile for like another year or so, you know, in terms of like being able to walk. It takes a long ass time to get a little kid to walk. Chimps come out and they're pretty fucking good to go. I mean, they're moving around pretty quickly. We also come out with a lot of fat on us. They come out like ripped. They come out right out of the box, like low fat, real strong. We're helpless when we're babies. It's just a crazy design. Thank God we don't have to give birth. Could you imagine how few people there would be if babies had to come out of guys' dicks?
We wouldn't do it. We wouldn't do it.
Do you know what year they first had anesthesia for that?
Let me say 1920.
Way older than that. Not way older, but a lot longer than that. 1846.
Oh, wow.
And what were they using?
Ether.
Ether. The ether.
And then chloroform.
Oh, so they put them out.
And then it said in the 1920s they had a mix of sclopamine and morphine to make them just forget it altogether. They would forget the entire childbirth.
Doesn't chloroform put you out, though?
I think that's what, I mean, yeah.
So what do they do with, if you're having a kid, you want to be awake because you got to push.
Here's it's hard to believe.
Wow.
Before 1846, there was nothing.
So it's hard to imagine as a person living in the 21st century agreeing to surgery without the hope of anesthesia. Yet prior to the discovery of ether anesthesia in 1846, all surgeries, from minor to major or absolutely radical, were performed on people who were wide awake, oftentimes head down the operating table, held down by men whose only job was to ignore the patient's pleas, screams, and sobs so the surgeon could do his job. Oh, my God. There's some fucking horrific film scenes of surgeries where they do on people where they have to saw through bone and the guy's like biting down on a leather strap and screaming and they have to saw his arm off because he's got gangrene. Like, yikes.
Don't you just pass out from the pain? Yeah.
Some people, it depends. Some people can stay awake. You know, like passing out's a weird thing. It's like some people pass out at the sight of a thing in a movie. I used to date a girl, and we were in the movies, and the guy in the movie shot heroin. And then she saw the guy shoot heroin. She was like this. Boom.
Dog, I fainted when Travolta put the needle in Uma Thurman's heart.
In Pulp Fiction.
Fuck yeah. If I was with a friend of mine in Boulder, he put a raisinette in my mouth. That's how I woke up. He was goofing on me. He thought I was fucking around. I passed the fuck
hilarious.
out. I passed the fuck out at UFC.
Did you?
Yeah.
Which one?
At the Palm.
Which one?
One of the early ones you took me
Someone
to.
was really bloody?
The towel. He wiped him down. Yeah, the guy just threw the towel. I'm sitting there. The towel hit the fucking, at the end, in between rounds, they wiped him down, and he threw the towel, and it hit right there by where they walk up the stairs when the coaches were walking out, and the coach picked it up, and I saw it was dripping.
With blood.
And I was sitting next to Ralphie May and a chick that was like 20 with big tits next to like a doctor. I didn't know this before I passed out. When I passed out, obviously, I went to her tits. The doctor put a towel on my head, and we started talking afterward, and that was it. He goes, I got a son that happens to also.
Oh, wow. So he wasn't worried about you?
No. He was like, that just happens.
That's good. That way you don't have to miss fights.
No. And one time I was at home, and it was B.J. Penn against Daddy Stevenson.
Joe
He
Stevenson.
split his fucking head open.
Oh, yeah.
And I was on the couch watching it at home, eating like fucking a sandwich. And next thing you know, it's 4 a.m, and there's a show about Christ on. I fell asleep for like 3 hours. That was the bloodiest UFC ever.
That was a bloody one.
That was fucking bloody.
BJ cut him, and then he got his back and choked him. And while he was choking him, the blood was pouring out of Joe's head.
When I
See if
heard
you
it
can
go
find
bloop,
that,
when
because it's
it
one of
was-
the most shocking, like, rear naked choke finishes ever. And this was prime BJ Penn, when BJ Penn was the motherfucker of all motherfuckers.
2003, maybe? Nah, a little later.
I think it was a little later. I'm trying to think of what year it was. Maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But that was when BJ was the top of the fucking food chain. That was when Anderson Silva, when they asked him, who's the best pound for pound fighter alive? Who's the best pound for pound fighter alive? And he said BJ Penn. A lot of people said BJ Penn. BJ Penn went all the way up to heavyweight and fought Lyoto Machida at fucking heavyweight, Joey. He was a gangster. Like, BJ Penn fought everybody. He didn't give a fuck. He fought everybody. He didn't give a shit what weight you were in. 2-division world champion.
Is that it?
Yeah, this is it. His jiu-jitsu is off the charts. Like, here it is. Like, he's got his back, and look, it's hard to see because it's low
It
res.
just hit his elbow.
But the blood is squirting out of Joe Daddy's head onto BJ's elbow. And that's prime BJ Penn, man. I'm telling you. The BJ Penn of that era, I put him up against anybody. I would have loved to see the BJ Penn that fought Joe Stevenson against Khabib.
Watch his
That
elbow.
would've been
Watch his
amazing.
right elbow when the blood drips
Yeah.
when he chokes him.
Yep.
When he puts the elbow down, you see the blood squirt right on
Crazy.
BJ's elbow.
Crazy. That BJ Penn was he was a bad motherfucker. And it's interesting when you look at a fighter's career. Sometimes people forget about the high points. They don't look at the low points. They look at a fighter when they're not as good anymore, when they're not as committed anymore, maybe they have health problems. They don't look at the time when they were at their highest RPMs. That's what you got to look at it. To me, that's like Mike Tyson. Like, everybody wants to look at who's the greatest heavyweight of all time. I don't think there's a greatest heavyweight of all time. I think the greatest culturally significant heavyweight of all time is Muhammad Ali, because he was more than just a heavyweight champion. He was a guy who they denied him his ability to fight for 3 years because he wouldn't fight in Vietnam. He stood up for a lot of people that did not want the Vietnam War. And he's also one of the greatest fighters of all time. So he's got both things going on. But Mike Tyson, in his prime, in those years from 86, 87 to 89, 90, whatever those years were, where he was just storming the gates, I put that Mike Tyson up against anybody who ever lived. That guy was a special fighter. The Mike Tyson that beat Marvis Frazier was
Beast.
he was just a juggernaut. Just, you couldn't stop him. He was coming at you, and he had everything. He had knowledge. He had this deep library of films that he would watch, because his manager was Jim Jacobs, who was this boxing historian. So Tyson would sit and watch all these great fighters. This is the Marvis Frazier fight. This, to me, is prime Tyson, other than winning the title at 20, which was prime too. But this is Mike Tyson when he was just at his fucking most destructive best. He just stalked people down and smashed them. And He moved so well. That was part of the thing about Tyson that people forget. It wasn't just the knockout punching. He was so hard to hit, man. He was bobbing and weaving. He was already short for a heavyweight, but he would get low and he would come at you. And look at those shots. Look at he puts him away. He's throwing things from his toes all the way up. He's got everything going for him. He's got deep knowledge of boxing. He's got Customato hypnotizing him from the time. That's Jim Jacobs right there, the guy with the glasses. That's the guy who was his manager and also had this incredible boxing archive. So he had everything. He had the need because he wasn't getting any love in his life until he was 13 years old. Had his horrible life. Then all of a sudden he gets adopted by one of the greatest boxing minds of all time, who's also a hypnotist, and takes him when he's at his most vulnerable and he has the most need, right? He's on his own. And this fucking guy turns him into one of the greatest fighters the world's ever seen. The Tyson of that year, those years when he was like the Marvis Frazier years and the Larry Holmes years, he was a different guy. It's like a different model of fighter than we had ever seen in the heavyweight division before. A fucking destroyer, man, where every fight was an execution. And, you know, people would look at like later on in his life, like, look at this is him taking Marvis out. I mean, just ferocious, destructive, accurate, precise. Everything is perfect.
Perfect.
The technique is perfect. So strong. So he had everything going for him. He had incredible coaching. Teddy Atlas was one of his coaches. Kevin Rooney, working with Customato, and then Desire. He had everything. He had heart, and he had just destructive power. That for those years, man, there's very few people that were ever like him.
There's just some people in every, sports, music, boxing. They come along every couple of years and they just blow you away.
They blow you away.
He was one of them.
Julio Cesar Chavez is another one for me. Julio Cesar Chavez.
Bernard Hopkins had something.
Oh, yeah. But Bernard Hopkins had a special thing because they took away a lot of his prime years when he went to prison. You know, Bernard Hopkins is for sure the guy who in our modern era fought the latest in his life, as is oldest, at a world-class level. I mean, he's deep in his 40s in a world-class level. And I think his last fight at a world-class level, I think he beat a former world champion at 50 years old, which is crazy.
Where is he today, Bernard Hopkins?
Bernard's working. He's doing Golden Boy boxing. He works with Oscar De La Hoya. They promote fights. You know, he's always got a suit and a tie on at the fights and promoting fights. And because he was such a craftsman and such a great defensive fighter, he's got full control of his faculties. Doesn't have problems with his words. You know, that's the saddest thing ever. It's like when Ali was older, and you had to see him have those conversations. And they said, oh, he's got Parkinson's. Well, yeah, but he's got trauma-induced Parkinson's. You know, most likely. It's like the idea that that's not a thing. Like, that's what Freddie Roach. How can I not remember Freddie Roach's last name? Freddie Roach has that. Same thing. It's Parkinson's from his long career as a boxer. And he talks about it.
I want to ask you something, because I know you went and we didn't discuss it. Tell me about the Stones. What did you think?
Oh, my God. It was incredible.
I could tell that you were a little blown away, and
Joey, I was blown away. Like, when I got there, I couldn't, like, I was a weirdo. I couldn't talk to anybody. I just couldn't believe that I was just watching. It's like, is this real? Like, people would try to talk to me, and I was just like, hold on. Like, is this real? Is that really Mick Jagger? That's when you realize what cultural icons they are when you see them live. First of all, we saw them live in Austin. They have this amazing racetrack, Circuit of the Americas. It's incredible. It's an incredible place to see a concert because the stage is massive. I think they told me they had 16 trucks, 15 or 16 trucks, all for the Stones, and one of them was Mick Jagger's gym. The whole truck is his gym. The fucking guy works out twice a day, every day. He's doing his choreographed dance routines. He's working out. He's doing cardio and lifting weights, constantly exercises. And the fucking guy is Biden's age. Biden's age. And he's like moving around on stage, button your lip, baby. I mean, he's fucking doing it. They played for an hour and a half, solid, killed it. It was amazing, man. Give Me Shelter came on. There was goosebumps on top of goosebumps.
Really fucking
when
crazy.
you see Keith Richards out there jamming, and then Mick Jagger's dancing, and they got a badass band with them. I mean, they have a bunch of, like, they have this lady singing with Mick Jagger who was amazing. I wish I remembered her name, but there was a bunch of other people in the band as well. Oh,
50
my God.
fucking years. Let's just talk about that. 50 years of being next to somebody on stage and two of them passed, whatever. Whatever. 50 fucking years. Mick Jagger is, everybody complains Mick Jagger's greedy. He's the ultimate fucking professional. If you ever have a night that you want to watch something, just watch the Rolling Stones. Ole, ole, ole. That's when they do the South American tour, and they end up in Cuba.
Look at him.
And he fucking through
This
South
is him.
America. Yeah, no, this is him.
But this is the one that I saw.
Oh, this was the same night?
This is in Austin. So is this someone's cell phone footage?
That's a really good cell phone. It's something. I don't know. There's a few videos online of it.
It looks so good. Maybe, but cell phones are pretty fucking good right now.
Yeah, it's probably a cell phone.
Dude, it was so good. But it wasn't just good. It was like a moment. Like I knew I'm not going to get to see this
ever again. No,
I don't think they're going to tour. I mean, I don't know if they're going to keep going, but look how fit that guy is. He's thin, but he's got muscle. He's super fucking healthy.
So they never play back to back. You do know that, right? They never play back to back.
So they take nights off.
They take a night off in between. They do 3 shows a week. They plan it out perfect. Nobody can get sore. They're probably on some type of testosterone for the shows, like Alex Rodriguez. I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just telling you what I heard from a friend of mine.
You're talking to Captain Testosterone,
right? Captain
Testosterone. I'm a fan of it.
So, but
stuff.
they don't, they use it to recover.
Well,
so
I think they probably use it just to stay alive, Joey. I mean, it's
to stay alive.
Yeah.
How did Keith Richards
a lot
look?
of older. I mean, he's alive. Keith Richards has done more drugs than most of the bands combined. And was partying like years ago. I mean, I don't know what he's doing now, but I knew people that partied with him 10 years ago. Like, he parties still. He's a fucking animal. And he's a real artist. I mean, he's a real fucking artist. He played new music. He played new music in front of a gigantic racetrack amphitheater. I mean, this huge amphitheater at Circuit of the Americas. It's fucking massive. It was amazing, dude. It was amazing, but it was also like surreal. Like even like coming home, I was like, God, did I see that? Like I know I saw it, but it just felt surreal.
Now you saw them in 2021, correct?
Yeah.
I saw them in '78. I'm in the 8th grade, and I went to see that shit.
Wow.
And he came out with an American flag on, fucking down in Philadelphia. 40 fucking years.
One of the nice things about living in Austin is we see a lot of music.
Oh, I know. You get great music.
We go see music, and I'm meeting all these new bands. There's a lot of bands out here that are fucking badass, that are just young guys who are just out here hustling. Suzanne Santos out here now.
Suzanne Santos.
Yeah, Honey.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Are they still together?
No, they're not. No, she's solo now. He's doing his thing. She's doing her thing. But she's out here now. And Gary Clark Jr.'s out here. So I've seen them perform live a couple of times. It's amazing. It's like it does something for you that's different than like seeing comedy. Like it's good to see comedy. It's good to see someone kill. Like it feels good. Like it's like gets excited about comedy again. But there's something about music that's different. It's because like I don't know. It's magic to me. I don't know anything about playing music. I don't know anything about singing. I have no idea how to do that. But they do that, and where they're doing it, it's like this is incredible. It's like they're expressing themselves in a way that is just, it's not in my wheelhouse. So I get to watch it just pure. Like I don't even know when their fingers are moving. I know that's what makes the noise. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I don't know shit about guitars, but I get to watch Gary Clark, and he's like, God damn! Like it just you feel it. You feel it when he's playing the guitar, and when she's singing, she hits these fucking high notes, and you're like, God, that's a beautiful thing. Seeing things live. It's so like I always say about someone's comedy special, and they say, "Yeah, I saw them. Their special on Comedy Central is pretty fun." I go, "Listen, see them live. A special is basically just an advertisement to come see you live, because a special is at best 60 or 70% of what seeing somebody live is. You're missing everything. It's like the difference between having sex and jerking off. It's not the same. It's, you know, seeing someone live it's a feeling. Like you're in the room with all the other people that are experiencing it together. It's not just you're seeing someone that they're there, but it's also there's a vibe where everybody is there enjoying it. That's part of what live entertainment is. That's a thing that I really missed during COVID. I didn't realize how much I missed it until we started doing it again. And I was like, oh, it's like now I got my vitamins again. Like you're taking your vitamin, like the vitamin of killing, the vitamin of like making this whole audience of people have a good time. Like you're responsible for their moment, this hour and a half block of time. You're responsible for that. You got to go out there and have a good fucking time with them. And they leave there and they go, that was fun. That was great. They feel good. They go to work the next day. We had a great fucking time. Oh my God, we laughed so hard. You know, and that's how I felt.
The best is when you go, what did he say? And they go, we don't remember. It don't
Right.
fucking matter.
Right.
It don't matter. And that's why for years, and we discussed this 10 episodes ago, I wouldn't send the tape. I refuse. We need to see a tape. No tape.
Yeah.
No tape, no tape, no tape, no tape. And in my mind, I always knew that for me, I always felt better when you came to see me.
Yeah.
I didn't like shooting a special. It was too
tense.
whatever. It wasn't for me. But live, I could always get you. If you come see me live, something might happen.
Yeah.
In the middle, a waitress drops a bun, some drunk chick gets up, and
If we ever do a special with you, what we're going to do is you're going to do a whole week. I'm going to film every show. That's the move. We'll do it out here when we open up. We'll film every show so that like you don't feel like it's a filming. That's why I always do 4. I film 4 shows. Like if I can't, like I would never do a special at a giant place because you can't sell enough tickets to do 4 shows. I want to do it in a place where like a club or a small theater where I could do 4 shows because that way you know it's just a show. Like you do the first one, you feel loose, and you go, all right, we got it in the can. And then just have a good time. And then it's just having a good time and then decide which one you want to be, you know, represent your special. That's what we got to do with you.
it's just weird how when you do stand-up, for me, I always felt better when you came to see me.
Oh, yeah.
I always felt that I gave you everything I got. If you didn't like me then, okay, we'll shake hands and part friends, and I'll never.
But a
that's
tape,
what
a tape's just, it's, and
I want
also
you
a
to give me
tape
a
when you
chance.
know you're being filmed. That's the thing. It's a tape when you know you're being filmed. It's like, I always point to Bill Hicks' Revelations because Bill Hicks did this special in the UK, and he did it. It was, I think they did one. They just filmed one, and it just felt a little tense. Just felt like a little tense. Like I'd seen him live, and it was amazing, but I saw that material in the special, and I was like, it's just a little tense. Because I think, you know, you're realizing, okay, here it is, this is it, go. And you have 1 hour to film your HBO special. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I don't think they filmed 2. I might be wrong. But it just felt tense. You know, and I've done them before where I did just 1 hour, just film 1, ready, go. And it's just, not that good. The best way is doing like 4. Because then it's like a show. You know, but live is the way. Live is, for comedy, it's not even close. For music, it's not even close. When you go to see a band live, you know, you feel it. You know, you feel the music. You literally feel it in your skin, you know?
The smells,
Yeah.
the odors, the fucking. You know, I went to great concerts growing up, and I think that's what, because I never went to a comedy show before I got on stage.
Really? Never? Did you get on stage at just a regular open mic night? First time? Which club?
Comedy Works in Denver.
Oh, that's right.
But this was my thing. All right, let's just get it on the table. Whenever I saw Pryor, David, what was the guy, comic when we were kids? David, he had like a nose, David something.
David Brenner?
David Brenner.
Yeah.
You know, those were my guys, Freddie Prinze. This is what I thought. I always thought that you just called the Comedy Works one night and go, hi, I'm Joe Diaz, I'm Joe Rogan, whatever. Are you guys busy on Tuesday nights? Do you think I could come down and shoot a special? And they're like, yeah, we'll have the camera ready for you. I really thought that you just walked into a comedy club and talked for an hour. Then you went home. That was my first introduction to
So
comedy.
you didn't think they wrote anything down?
No, I thought that they just fucking went in there and said, let's go.
Well, you know why? Because you were used to being around a bunch of people that were great at telling stories.
No, we're talking about the 4th grade. I'm hanging out with a friend of mine. I know nothing. I know about the guy named David Brennan that I see on NBC from time to time. And all of a sudden, I'm at my friend's house, and we're trying to listen to the Beatles' White Album. All right? I want to listen to the Beatles' White Album. Yeah. We were excited about listening to the Beatles' White Album. We go up to his house. We put the fucking first song on. His mom gives us like Kool-Aid, and she goes, I got to go. And 10 minutes later, his brother comes out, and he's a fucking junkie. And I'm not talking about a boozer. I'm talking about a heroin junkie. And he comes out of the room like, what the fuck's going on out here? What are you assholes listening to? And we're like, the Beatles. You know, we're all excited, like, we want to be cool. And he's like, the Beatles? What the fuck is that shit? Take that off. And he put on a Richard Pryor album. And that's all I needed to hear. My head fucking exploded.
Wow.
So I knew David Brenner, and I maybe knew one other guy that I can't remember what his name was. And all of a sudden, I remember the first 2 Richard Pryor albums I got was Something I Said, and the 2 with the, what's going on here? And the 2, and 2 of them after
Jamie's
that.
got background music for us.
So it had to be like 75 and 76, and that's all I knew. So I brought those albums to my friend's house in North Bergen when I first moved there. Like the Canellas, to this day, whenever I talk to Ray, he's like, my mother's still mad at you about you bringing that album to my house in the 8th grade. Because it was fucking crazy. Like but that's what I thought. I thought that you just walked into a place and did comedy. Before I got locked up, my buddy won a ticket, 2 tickets to see the guy from Boston with the dry pan comedy.
Stephen Wright?
Stephen Wright. And I met him there. And I was late. So I walked in and I caught the last 35 minutes maybe. That was my first stand-up comedy show.
What year was that?
87.
Wow.
Then I got arrested in 87. All right? And I came out. And I'll never forget that he took me again. He goes, do you want to go see this guy again? I go, yeah. And this time I sat for 15 minutes and I walked out because he said the same jokes when I saw him the first time. And I like Stephen Wright. I got nothing against him. I just thought he did the same material. And I remember I wasn't even doing comedy. Comedy wasn't even on my radar. And I said to myself, if I ever do comedy, I'm never doing the same material. Like, I fucking knew that then. Like, fuck this. And I wasn't even thinking about doing comedy at that point. And it wasn't to the arrest, after the arrest, when I got out, that comedy was in the horizon. Then I still put it off for 2 years. But I thought you basically called the club and just went down there and did an hour. So
you thought that Stephen Wright doing the same material was crazy?
And I like Stephen Wright.
Well, listen, I mean, when you see comics, like, that's one of the things that a lot of the kids that worked at the store told me. They go, it's crazy, like, you see comics, like great comics come in over and over and over again. You see them do the same act over and over again. It kind of takes the magic away, but it shows you how it's done. Like, you get an education in it. That's one thing about that gig for up-and-coming comics. Mitzi was very smart in that she hired comics to work the door and hired comics to do the ticket booth and work inside the club so you could see great comics over and over again. And you would have your little spots you would do after the show was over or on potluck night, but you got a chance to be there. Maybe you weren't getting paid as a comic yet. Maybe you're just a door guy, but you're still working at the fucking Comedy Store, and you're getting a chance to see great comedians work out their material. It's like you never would get that opportunity to see them go up in front of 30 people. Like, you get a chance to see Chris Rock walk on stage in front of 30 people at 1 a.m. on a Tuesday. He will just show up, and he'll pull into the parking lot, and we'll go, hey, can I go on stage? And they're like, yeah, go ahead. Chris Rock would just go up to 30 fucking people and work out his shit, fuck around. And if you're a comic and you're a door guy and you've been doing comedy like 2 years and you're just trying to survive, you're eating ramen every day. And meanwhile, you're 13 feet away from one of the greatest comics of all time who's popped in at 1 a.m. on a Tuesday to do a set. And you get to just sit there and watch like, wow, this is crazy. Like, I remember the first time I saw someone famous on stage at the store. It was Damon Wayans. Damon Wayans is the first guy I ever saw that was like a real, like I'd seen guys who were at the store when I first moved there that were, you know, decent comics, road comics, club comics, you know, guys who had been around for a while, but I hadn't seen anybody that was like really good that had been, you know, on HBO or anything like that. Other than Dom Herrera. I'd seen Dom Herrera live a bunch of times. But to see him at the Comedy Store like that was like, wow. See him working out material. It was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, you're getting a chance to see these guys craft what you know is going to be a great HBO comedy hour someday. And you get to watch it. And when I was fucking 26 or 27, whatever I was, just a young dummy standing there watching all this go down, like, wow, this is crazy. It's a beautiful opportunity for people. For young comics, like that opportunity that the store provided was different than any other environment because we were all, like, everybody there was treated as a comic. The door people, the guys who parked the cars, everybody who worked the bar. Like, how about Punky? She's on Saturday Night Live now. She used to work the bar forever. It was always our friend Punky. Now all of a sudden she's on Saturday Night Live. I mean, that happened with so many comics who were there as employees and made their way through and became very successful. You know, it's one of the beautiful things about that place and one of the incredible, like, Mitzi's understanding of maniacs and her ability to manage all these fucking loonies and get them together and figure out how to extract the best comedy out of them. It was amazing, that lady. I mean, I think all the time, like, where the fuck would I be if I never met that lady?
Can you believe this? Can you believe that? Like, I feel the same fucking way. Like, ever since I left L.A., I have no desire to do stand-up.
That's crazy.
And it's because of the Comedy Store. Because I don't have it in my life anymore. She had the recipe. I fucking think about it.
Recipe.
I light a candle for her every Monday. I put a glass of water for her. Yeah, I took it into my Cuban act. She's in my fucking Santeria life now. I light a candle for her every Monday. I got a picture of her. I fucking put a glass of water for her. And I realized how important it was for me to walk in there. At the end of the day, the reason why I have you as a brother, my wife is my wife, my daughter, and my comedy career is because of the fucking Comedy Store.
It's a big factor.
A big factor in my life. So when I went and said goodbye to the Comedy Store. I want you to know that. The building was closed. I went down there. I sat on the stairs. I smoked a joint by myself. There was nobody there, not a soul there. Everything was still closed. I walked over. I rubbed my name on the building. And I said, I'll see you when I see you. But it's never going to be. And it's never going to be the way it was when Dice and Kennison were there.
No.
The guys that got us there. Because they got me there. You know, I took a stand-up comedy course in January of 91 that consisted of 3 weeks at the University of Colorado. The teacher's name was Jeff Harms, good guy. And after the 3 weeks, he said to me, listen, out of the 15 people, maybe you and the one girl showed a little promise. What are you going to do? And I go, I don't know. I think I'm going to get on stage. He goes, well, why don't you go? There's a new comedy club opening. Go work for them. I'll call the guy right now, and you could go work for him. It was in Westminster, Colorado. And what the fuck was it called again? I forget. Wits End.
Wits End.
Wits End. And it was a B room, you know. But I went in there. I started as a doorman. Then the sound guy quit, so I became the doorman and the sound guy. Then the bar back quit, and I became the bar back, the sound guy, and the fucking door guy. And then I went to Wendy, and I said, I want to get on stage. And Wendy put me up on a Tuesday. The owner from Wits End found out and fired me.
Wow.
Because he didn't want no comics working there. So he goes, you have to put your 2 weeks in. I can't have a comedian working here. But, again, those 4 months working at
Wait a
Wits
minute,
End,
you fired because you were a comedian?
Yeah, he didn't like it. He didn't want that in his club. He wanted normal people to work the club.
Oh, I thought he fired you because you did a set at a rival club.
No. And then he was one of the partners in that club.
That's so silly.
Yeah, but one of the partners on that club was a guy named McKelvey. And McKelvey had been in a comedy troupe with Steve Martin. He was also fucking always on the Tonight Show. And he owned that club and a club in Denver called McKelvey's. And he took a liking to me, and he used to take me on the road with him in the beginning. He's the one that brought me to stage when I met Judy Brown at Colorado Springs.
Judy Brown was the lady who had that book, right? No, that's Judy Carter.
Judy Carter.
That's right.
Judy Carter.
Judy Brown's Judy Marmel.
Yes,
Yeah,
Judy Marmel.
okay. That's Bert's manager.
Bert, yes.
And Sebastian's.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
I think Whitney too. But it's funny how it was full circle. Like I started watching, and it was a great education because I came from a society of comedy that you listened.
Right.
You didn't watch. I listened to, and then I got the one. So I got the first 3 Richard Pryor albums. I don't know if they're the first 3, and then I got a George Carlin one, and then I had to go for fucking the man, Red Fox.
Oh, yeah, man.
So honest to God, like I've never stolen a joke, but when I was 12 and 11, I did Red Fox at every party.
Oh, yeah, I did that
wash
too.
your ass.
Yeah,
that whole thing, and then I did Delirious.
Oh, yeah.
But my all-time favorite was The Wino Meets Dracula by Richard Pryor. I could say that head to fucking toe, backwards and frontwards.
Yeah.
You know, but that was my A game. When I met a girl, you ever hear about winos and Dracula? And I would drop into, and what the fuck are you talking about? And I would go into the fucks and the whole thing. Richard Pryor to me was such a, because he cursed.
Yeah.
He talked about drugs. He talked about all this shit that I was like, you don't talk about this.
He was vulnerable, too.
Yeah, you don't talk about this. Who
himself.
talks about this shit?
Yeah.
I always watch it when it's on. I give it like 10 minutes live on the Sunset Strip.
It's amazing.
It's been on a lot lately. It was on a lot during the pandemic, so I'll watch it here and there.
You know, that was when I realized what comedy was. I went to see it when I was in high school. My parents took me. I was probably 15, and we were in the theater. And while we were there, maybe I was 14, something like that, we were in the theater. I think I was a freshman year of high school, maybe sophomore. We were in the theater, and he was just on stage talking. That's all he was doing was talking. And people were falling out of their chair, just falling out of their chair. Couldn't breathe. I couldn't believe how hard I was laughing. And I'll remember the moment. I'll never forget. I remember turning in my chair and looking around at all these people laughing. I was like, this is crazy. This guy's just talking. I'm like, how is he doing this? How is he doing this by just talking? This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And he just changed the way I thought about comedy. I'd only seen comedy on television before that, like, you know, The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. You know, Richard Jeni would go up and do a set, and I would see that. I'd be like, wow. But to see this, to see his special on a giant screen was almost as good as being there because you had a whole audience with you. So the audience was laughing along. It was the same kind of feel as, like, that's a thing that comics should really fucking do, is put their specials and make a movie again. Like, I know a few guys have done it, like Kevin Hart has released his stuff like that. I think Gabriel released his stuff in the movie theater. But that's really a good way to see comedy. A good way to see comedy is in a fucking movie theater, because then you're laughing with all the people. Like, when you're at home, it's okay. It's fun with your wife or, you know, with a friend, watch a special. But I think the best way is live. The second best is in a movie theater. And when I saw Richard Pryor live at the Sunset Strip, completely changed what I thought about comedy. I couldn't believe how powerful it was. I couldn't believe this guy. I had seen all these funny movies. I remember thinking about, like, all the different comedy movies that I saw that I loved. You know, Blazing Saddles and all these different films. They were just great, hilarious comedies. Nothing was this funny. Nothing was this funny. It was funny the whole time. There was no setup. There was no, like, they got to go through this scene and then funny shit happens. It was just funny. No Saturday Night Live was that funny. Nothing I'd ever seen was that funny.
No, nothing.
It was incredible. It was incredible.
It did come across real. I went to see that at the Lowe's in Jersey City.
Wow.
Me and a bunch of buddies took a bus. The #1 bus went down. That fucking just tremendous. And it stuck with me. It stuck with me so much I had to try it.
Well, that was also, we all knew that Richard Pryor had just survived getting lit on fire.
Yes.
So that was all over the news that Richard Pryor was lit on fire. Like, what happened? And, you know, and then he had that movie, JoJo Dancer. And in that movie, he lit himself on fire. Like, so it was always like a weird thing. We didn't know, like, did he accidentally get caught on fire or did he light himself on fire in the movie? I believe, isn't that what happened in the movie? I believe he lit himself on fire.
But that was, I think, when you said he was very vulnerable, I think that was the line of the movie that just made me cry. When he was walking, he took a sip of something, And he goes, you motherfuckers don't know. You don't know what that I know that you motherfuckers been saying about me.
Yeah.
And right there, you fucking lost it. Because that was the new joke. And he goes, yeah, getting a lighter. What's this? Richard Pryor running down the street. I fucking lost it. When he goes, I know you motherfuckers been talking about me. Right there, I was like, oh, no. And he took that lighter out. I'm like, that's fucking funny. That's real.
Did you ever see the one that he did in Long Beach? He filmed that one. I think it's just Richard Pryor live. He films it in Long Beach. And some dude, at the beginning of the show, like the audience isn't even fully sat when he goes on stage at the beginning of the film. And this dude gets up with a fucking camera and gets like right up to the stage. And Richard Pryor's fucking with this guy while he's taking a picture of him while the show was going on. In that, you ever do that place with me? That one theater in Long Beach? It's a beautiful theater.
Across from the...
It's in that whole nice area of Long Beach with restaurants and that's it. So this is the beginning of this. So he's going on stage, he's saying hi to everybody, but people are still kind of sitting down, see? They're moving in to take their seats when he goes on stage at the beginning of his film. Give me some volume, Jamie. Look at this. So look at this.
What's happening, blood?
He's fucking with people at the beginning of his special.
Jesus Christ,
people are sitting down.
Rushing back. White people don't care, Jack. Just come out anyways. Say, fuck it, we're going. I don't give a shit.
So look at who films a special where the audience is lit up and people
in Long Beach, though,
are sitting down.
I saw the police had some brother jacked up when we was coming in here. Niggas hands way up here. Talking about, huh? What? They're searching the shit. Bet they take him away to jail. Go to jail in Long Beach is a motherfucker, man. I said, where you at? I'm in Long Beach. Well, shit, we ain't coming down there to get your ass out.
Like, who does a special like this where people are still being seated? It's weird, right?
I don't think they knew.
Did they have an opening act for him, you think? He might not have had an opening act.
Maybe Mooney.
This concert was recorded live at the Terrace Theater in Long Beach, California. I don't know if he had an opening act. I mean, I don't know how they did it back then. It might have just been Richard Pryor, you know?
And she's doing really well.
The ex-wife?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. She was always at the store with him.
She's
towards
good
the
people.
end.
She's good people.
When he was, when he would go up and Marilyn Martinez's husband, David, and Chewy used to get him to the stage. Remember, she was always with him.
She's a good lady. She sends me stuff still.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff with Richard Pryor now.
Well, I know his company sent me a bunch of T-shirts and shit and sweatshirts.
And
I wear those all the time.
Alvarado, they sent me the Wanted shirt and shit.
Yeah.
I love all that
The
stuff.
one with him with doing this, with the horns over his ears?
Yeah. No, listen, man, when it came to comedy, I loved Pryor. I loved everything that went with it. Pryor gave me the passport to snort coke and jump up and down, and that was it. He's my dog. That's it. It's Pryor. I like Carlin. I fucking love Bill Hicks. I adore Rodney Dangerfield. That's my other fucking. That's Plan B. But the guy that brought me to the dance when I saw him was Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, for sure.
That motherfucker still makes me laugh on Instagram with his craziness. He still makes me laugh.
Whenever I get a text from him, I can't believe Dice Clay's my friend.
Yeah, no, I'm
I
the
get a
same way.
text from him. I'm like, when I was 19, I was dating this girl, and we were sitting in front of my house. We were sitting in my car, and I had a cassette player, and we were playing, I think it was just called Dice, the first one, the first cassette. We were crying, laughing in my car. I'll never forget that moment. Just sitting in front of my house with this girl, and we're just cackling, playing this cassette. It's Dice Clay. And every now and then I get a text from him, and it's all caps. Don't ever forget who you are. Oh!
He called me as I was getting off the plane in Teterboro Airport when I moved here. So we were just getting off the plane, loading everything into the car. Alex, the driver, Alex.
Yeah, that guy.
My phone's ringing. I'm like, who the fuck could this be? And it was Andrew. He's like, I think you're doing a good move for your family, because he was in the city. I think he's still in the city.
Is he in Manhattan?
Yeah.
Really?
He's been staying there the whole fucking time.
Does he still have the Bell's palsy with his face? Or has
I
it
don't
come
know.
back?
He looks good. He looks good in the Instagram pictures he's been putting up lately. I haven't spoken to him. Yeah, he looks good.
Oh,
Look
he's
at him.
smiling, so
Yeah.
he doesn't have it anymore.
No.
Good, beautiful. Yeah, they say that. Dom had that for a while, and it goes away. Like, whatever makes your face fucking go numb for a little bit. He said he was sleeping on his hand, and that did it. How crazy is that? Like, he fell asleep, like, on his fist, and he woke up and his fucking face wouldn't work. Like, how crazy is that?
That's crazy. Dom or Andrew?
Andrew. Pretty sure. That's what Eleanor told me. But Dom got it in a different way. Dom got it years ago. He just, for some reason, his face like started drooping on one side, and they said there's nothing we could do. So he'd go on stage with that and make fun of himself.
You know what's fucking crazy when I think about this? That I actually talked a fucking state corrections institution. Like, went in there by myself, no attorney, and said, can I rent out? What are you doing for the fucking inmates on New Year's Eve? And they're like, nothing. I go, no, you got to do something for the inmates. I'm in the halfway house. I go, you got to do something for the inmates on New Year's Eve. They're like, well, why don't you pay for it? I go, I will. I go, I want to rent out the community room. They're like, give us $50. I go, fine. I brought a VCR and I watched Andrew. I invited everybody in the fucking 98 Invictus to watch Andrew Dice Clay.
Really? Which one?
The first one, Dickory Dock. Some chick sucked my cock, the whole fucking thing. And I was just blown the fuck away. I was blown. If I would have seen Andrew while the special was still hot, I would have beat him up because I felt he had stole a lot of jokes from me in my head. Trust me, I'm out of my mind, Doug. All right, so I always thought about stand-up.
Right.
I was thinking about it. I told a friend of mine, Manny, in Bold, I'm thinking about doing stand-up. And he's the one that you got to see this guy. So the first time I seen Andrew Dice Clay, I'm like, I was depressed. I'm like, I think that shit all the time. The one line I'll tell you when he goes, you ever see those guys that come up to you with a flower? Would you like to buy a flower for the lady? Yeah, so I can plant it in your ass. All that shit, that's me in my mind. That's what this guy's selling flowers. Go fuck himself. So, when you're fucked up on drugs, you blame people for all
you think helicopters are following you?
Yeah, so I'm like, fucking Andrew, he stole my joke. Like in the beginning, I wasn't even doing stand-up, guys.
That's hilarious.
I was just thinking about it. And I saw Andrew's special, and then I went and hunted down all his shit. And I hunted down the New Year's Eve at Philly, which is Buck Wild.
Buck Wild. That's at the peak of his powers.
That was the peak of his power. And then I found the Rodney shit.
Oh, my God.
And the Rodney shit was what pushed me on stage with Hicks, Kennison,
Lenny Clark,
the other guy,
Robert Schimmel.
Fucking
Schimmel
funny
was
motherfucker.
amazing. Oh, he was
Those
the best.
guys are really all together. If you look at that special, I came out to be all those people having a child because I looked at those specials.
Yeah.
I analyzed that special so much. By the way, have you seen the Fat Tuesday thing?
What's the Fat Tuesday thing?
Fat Tuesday, they have a show on Amazon Prime.
Like a documentary?
Yeah.
Really?
Joe Torre, Guy Torre.
Wow.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I'm happy they did it because that was one of the fucking Dog, when I first discovered Fat Tuesday, I was giving away free tickets at the store on the phone. I was working upstairs with Enz Mitchell and Shema Tash.
Wow.
All right? And I never forget the faxes. Every Tuesday, you'd get a fax in those days from the industry that was coming to Fat Tuesday. And it was 10 pages.
Wow.
It was 10 pages. I'll never forget them rolling it up and going, look at this shit. NBC, Warner Brothers, and that. Then they have the fucking documentary, and it's about how they went to look at Chris Tucker, but found the other kid for American History X. And then Bruce Willis went to Fat Tuesday to see Joe Torre, and he ended up hiring, what's his name, for the Fifth Dimension, the Fifth Element.
That was Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Fat
And
Tuesday,
they go to they go to the beginning, and they talk about the funniest fucking brother of all time, Memes Kids. That's how the LA scene
Robin
started.
Harris.
Oh,
Robin
the first
Harris,
hour was
yeah.
about Robin Harris. And the tears come out of your eyes because you're like, that fucking dude was funny and raw.
Robin Harris was a monster.
Dog, and they show like the footage of what he would do at the club. I went down there one time. The live act theater wasn't no good for Uncle Joey.
No?
Nah, comedy act theater. Yeah,
Where was
because
that?
it was in Crenshaw.
Oh, wow.
So those dudes hung out at the store that robbed the bank. And they had a cell phone place down there, so I would bring them hot cell phones, and they're like, you got to go do the comedy act theater player. And they took me to the comedy act theater one night. I ate a bag of dicks.
That was the early days of Joey Diaz. Like, I always said that you're the first guy that I ever saw that, like, hit a switch and went from having rough sets a lot, you couldn't figure out how to be yourself on stage, to killing. Like, you jumped like 5 levels. It was the weirdest thing I ever seen. Like, you figured out how to be yourself on stage. And I don't know what it was. And I've always had my suspicions that it was like you got tired of waiting for like Hollywood to cast you in something. And you got tired of like dealing with agents and like holding yourself back. And you allowed yourself to be yourself, the Joey that we always knew in the back bar or in the parking lot. You were always the guy who was making everybody laugh. We would just gather around and talk shit with you. And you would go on stage and you would tense up. You remember those days?
I didn't know that was what people wanted to see. I thought people wanted to see me doing an impersonation of John Mulaney. Because I love John Mulaney. I didn't know who John Mulaney was then.
Right, but that kind of
But
like
that type of
traditional
comedy.
stand-up
And then
comedian.
It was hosting at the store. If I have to tell you what really turned the corner for me, and I hope young comics are listening so they know what this is, it was 50% of that. No, let's lie to you. 30% of that was hosting at the store. 70% and a strong 70%.
Hosting those open mic nights?
Those open mic nights at the Comedy Store. But I think what really showed me the light in comedy was the late night sets, following Paul Mooney, you.
Yeah.
Those sets right there are sets of, you need to make that $15. All right? You need the $15 so that you had to wait for 4 people. They would do the show if there was 4 people. But forget about the $15. It was the ability to go down there with a plan, sit there through 4 comics, and realize my plan's not going to work.
And you had to squeeze blood out of a rock.
And you had to turn whatever you were going to say on stage and flip it, because Mooney was already going to cover it if it was topical. You know, somebody who was there was going to cover it. You were going to cover it.
Mooney was always amazing with topical shit.
Right. So topical, you lost it. If you went down there and you had 3 jokes on a piece of paper,
Yeah.
and Mooney's up,
You remember when that plane went down in Florida in the swamps, and Mooney had that whole bit about it, like right afterwards,
he had a bit
of
for
the lady clutching her purse. They found an alligator eating her. He just went right after it, like right after the plane crash, like right after it.
When I moved to Jersey about a year ago, I went on a stand-up hunt to make me laugh again. I wanted to learn how to do stand-up again. And I went in and listened to Paul Mooney race. Paul Mooney race is a very good ABCD stand-up comedy.
I've never seen that. Is it a CD or is it
It's a CD. It came out. It's
all audio?
All audio. OJ, the white bitch.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
wow.
96, 95 maybe. The cover of it is 3 brothers on the thing ready to run a race. You know, and that's the album, Race.
Paul Mooney, when I was just starting out at the Comedy Store, you know, I would bring him up and I would just feel like so inadequate. You know, I had to like give him his introductions. I couldn't believe I was working with him. I was fumbling with it because I had known that he was Richard Pryor's head writer. Like he was a super well respected comic. And then one night I went up and it was late at night and there was maybe like 10, 15 people in the audience. And I'm doing my set, and I'm getting after it. There's only 10 or 15 people, but they're laughing. I'm having fun, and I'm just committed to my material. And I hear in the back of the room, ha 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 ha. I forget what I was talking about, but I'm like, oh my God, Paul Mooney is laughing. I'm like, he's laughing. And then I got off stage, And he said to me, he goes, "You're a real motherfucking comic." He goes, "You went up there." He goes, "There's 10 people in that crowd." And he goes, "And you gave them your full show." He goes, "These motherfuckers, they go in there and they kind of half-ass it and they dance around it because there's no one in the crowd. Do your fucking show." And he goes, "And you fucking did your fucking show." And I was like, whoa, holy shit. You did your show, homie.
He
then he would go on
hated
stage.
when you fucked around.
He did not like when you didn't respect the art.
He didn't like it at all.
No.
He let you know it one time, and then if you adjusted, and I adjusted. I learned a lot from Paul Mooney. I learned a lot from you. I learned a lot from Paul Mooney in those days. There was a couple guys at the store. Charlie Hill used to make me laugh. God rest his soul.
Charlie Hill was a great
lot
man.
of motherfuckers that were, a lot of old timers were wasting time, and they were bitter.
Yeah,
and they were blowing that over on us because we were the younger generation.
There was a problem with those guys.
There was a part of, and that's why I never wanted to become those guys.
Yeah.
I knew early on that when shit gets that bad, you got to get out of comedy. If you're gonna walk around and get mad at Taylor Tomlinson because she got a standing ovation, you know, some new comic, you got to cheer those motherfuckers on.
Yeah.
What about my little pot smoking girl?
What's your little pot?
Fucking Wolfie. Fucking great girl.
Who are you
See her at the
talking about?
store. I forget what her fucking name
The
is.
Jackass, Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel Wolfson. She just fucking blew up from Jackass. I've never been so happy for somebody.
That's awesome.
That girl was out every night doing fucking jokes and this and that. She gets this movie and she fucking ate lizards or something. I haven't seen it yet.
The art form relies on new up-and-coming talent to be nurtured by the people that are already doing it. You know, when people are coming up and they're killing it, you should be happy. You should pump them up. You should be excited about it. You know, that's what we're all supposed to be doing.
Those older guys at the store when we got there were
No.
not excited, and it really and I felt bad. And the guys in the trips here, I did a year of triple runs with those guys.
Yeah.
You know, why are you going to go to L.A.? It's a waste of time. I don't get any spots. You don't get any spot? No, maybe if I'm lucky, I get one spot a month at the Improv on Sunday nights, and I got to sit there. Okay, then maybe I won't go to L.A. And I got to tell you something. Every day I was in L.A., I would think of those fucking dudes and say, you guys just had the wrong mindset.
They did have the
You were
wrong
looking
mindset.
at it from a different concept, from a different. When you're doing stand-up comedy, every day I got a spot at the store, I knew I was a lot better than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
Didn't even mean anything about money. I'm at the fucking store, Jack.
And you're working on your act.
Yeah, I'm at the fucking store, Jack.
Those days, the early days before you made it, you were working on your act and you were trying to get it to a place where you were a real professional, you know? And you were trying to do it while you're, you don't have any idea what's going to happen.
You don't know what's gonna happen.
You might be a failure. You might try this and wind up doing construction or fucking who knows what's going to happen to you. You might not ever make it. You might not be good enough.
Do you know what the original plan was? To go to L.A., stay there until they threw me out, stop in Colorado, shoot a few people, and go to Jersey and fucking have the cops looking for me, okay? That was the plan. That was the plan, because I was already expecting failure.
Yeah.
I was already expecting to fuck it up some way. I never thought I'd get in a TV show or a movie, so I figured I'd be an extra. And when they put me on the store, dog, I get to look you in the face and tell you this. There was a lot of times I pulled up to the store in the daytime, and there'd be 10 bottles of fucking booze out there, which I could have taken and sold for half price at any liquor store in the area, and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't fucking do it. I respected that motherfucker with all my heart. I really did.
It was a church.
Hey, if I found $20 on the floor, different story.
that's
You know what I'm
different
saying?
story.
You found on the floor, you found the gram of Coke on the floor, so be it.
Yeah.
But I took it that seriously.
Yeah.
I took it that seriously. To me, it was that fucking intense, you know. Until this day, I love the Improv. I love Jamie at the Laugh Factory, fucking characters.
Body.
But fuck, the Comedy Store is alive and kicking, Jack.
Yeah, it was a special place to be in a really unique time. You know, a really unique time for us as people. I remember when I was a 21-year-old open mic comic in Boston, just starting out, I'd hear about the Comedy Store. And it was like hearing about Mecca. It was like the great attractor that was pulling you across the country. So one of the things that happened to me when I got a television show is that I was just happy it was going to be in L.A. So I'd come to L.A. because I'd gone to the Comedy Store before one time, and I sat there, and I sat in the back of the crowd, and I watched. It wasn't a good night. It was like half crowded, and it was kind of dead. And a lot of the comics that were up there were those guys that we're talking about. That they didn't really have a lot of passion for it. They were just trying to get a good laugh on stage, and they wanted to be cast in a television show or cast, and it wasn't happening. They were getting older, and it was just weird. But when I went out there, I still felt like this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm like, if I can just figure out a way to be a real professional here at the Comedy Store, then I can do it. Because I was still touch and go. Like I was getting paid as a comic. I was doing the road. You know, I was getting some gigs, but I was all right. Sometimes I'd be good. Sometimes it'd suck. You know, I wasn't solid yet. And then when I came to the store and Mitzi passed me, I was like, holy shit. I'm a professional comedian now. Like, I'm a professional comedian at the lineup at the fucking Comedy Store. So, and then you got the chance to see all these comics perform. And, got to see Dice. Dice would go up and just fuck around with people for hours. Just go on stage and just fuck around. Like, no plan, didn't give a shit. Went on stage smoking cigarettes, just talking shit.
Fucking loved him on Sunday nights. When he used to, and I would host and I would call him and go, Andrew, you got to come down tonight. What do you mean I got to come down? You got to come down. The place is sold out and they're there for you. The place wasn't sold out. And nobody knew Andrew was coming. But I had to get him down there.
Right.
And he's a real student of the game. What do you mean it's a Sunday night? You're the one that told me you got to get on stage every night. All right, I'll be down there. And he come down, and I remember one fucking Sunday night, there were these Chinese guys heckling him and shit, and he was talking about fucking going to a restaurant and eating, and he shit blood for 3 days. And all of a sudden he stopped and he goes, hey, it was maybe your uncle's restaurant. Like, he just did beautiful things at the store where I learned about timing.
Yeah.
Another time I'm driving by the store in the afternoon, 1 in the afternoon, I see a ton of cars in there. I go, maybe they're shooting something. Maybe they're giving away a free lunch. That was the mentality. And I pulled up, cars all in the back. I hear Jeff Scott playing the piano, and I look to see who it is, and it's Andrew up on stage with sunglasses singing about the color of his ball sauce. And there's a bunch of fucking people in the audience at 1 in the afternoon, and they're just staring at him like, what the fuck? The color of my ball sauce. And he's like, cut it, Jeff, hit it again. And Jeff is playing the piano, and they're having a fucking great time. And I'm like, this guy, and we didn't talk. I stayed away from Andrew for 1.5 years.
Were you there when he was doing the thing where he would go on stage and not talk?
Yes.
For
he told me to do
as
it
he
once. He told me to go up there and not say a word for 10 minutes. And I'm like, come on, man. No, do it right now. You got to. I think I lasted like 2.5 minutes and I cracked.
So crazy. He's so crazy. He would do that all the time. He was just having fun. But he was having, like, it made himself laugh. Like, he didn't give a shit, like, whether or not other people thought it was funny.
And if you think about what stand-up is at the end of the day, is you making yourself laugh.
Yeah.
Because I've learned a lot since I haven't been doing stand-up. Okay? I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
You think about shit. You process shit. I haven't had a chance to process anything since I was 16 years old. The last 1.5 years was just processing of what the fuck just happened.
Right.
I came out of college, I lost a child, I got married, and next thing you know, I'm at the fucking Comedy Store. And next thing you know, I'm with you, and next thing you know, I'm with Adam Sandler. What the fuck just happened? How did this happen? I was a junkie. How the fuck did this happen? So and I got to tell you something, the people, Mitzi Shore was a genius from A to B, A to Z, from the 3-minute audition to the fucking, the 18-minute spots with a 2-minute light.
Yeah.
Everything was just genius. Everything about what we went through was genius.
Well, she had been around comedy in a time where the comedy club itself was a new thing. You know, like being married to a comic, like her husband, Sammy, was a comic, Paulie's dad, and she had been around comedy. Like, she knew comedy. She's like the most important figure in comedy that's not a comedian of all time. Don't you think?
Yeah.
There's no one.
And dog, if I would have listened to her from the beginning, I would have been taken off from day one. I didn't listen to her.
Remember when she used to call you Fat Baby?
Yeah, and then she used to put on the fucking lineup and shit.
She said Fat Baby was on the lineup.
And then she would
there was a photo of somebody grabbed a screenshot of a photo of back when you were called Fat Baby.
I used to talk with her all the time, man. It was the best chats. Oh, fat baby. Oh, ooh, you have to dress up like Fidel and go on stage. And I would go, Mitch, I'm not dressing up like Fidel. Where I come from, they're anti-fucking revolutionaries. If they see that picture of me with a Fidel suit, I ain't making it back. I can't go back to Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that.
But just every,
Dress like Fidel is such a crazy
dressing like Fidel and go up there on Sunday nights.
There it is, Fat Baby. Look at that. 12:15 spot. Look at that lineup.
Look at that.
Wow. Aaron Cater, Bobby Lee, Argus Hamilton. Argus Hamilton's still throwing it down. How about that? Rick Ingram, Shema Tosh, Sam Tripoli, Sklar Brothers.
Brent Ernst is really fucking putting the pieces together.
Kurt Fox, Maz Jobrani.
He's out there still,
I love Maz Jobrani.
Brian Holtzman. Did Brian go back?
He's back and forth.
Okay, so he's back and forth. Good.
Yeah, he's, we had the situation with the club where the first club spot we had was no good, so we had to bail and get a new spot, and that just took so much time. This whole process of setting up a comedy club has been really fascinating.
Yeah, people think you just throw 3 bricks up.
You gotta. It takes time, but fortunately, we've been able to work here at Vulcan and have a good time and doing road gigs, and it's fun. We're having fun. Tony Hinchcliffe's out here killing it. Got a lot of guys that have been rotating in and out of town. Brian Simpson comes down a lot, and Derek Poston's here now. David Lucas is here all the time.
Adam's
Segura's here. Yeah, Tom Segura's been killing it.
Lately.
That guy's got a crazy schedule. His schedule's out of control.
He's going for broke, that motherfucker. But he's got an end game. He's got a plan. Him and Bert and all those guys.
Tight. His act is tight as fuck. We did some arenas together. He came with me with some of the Chappelle shows too. He's murdering, bro. Murdering. He's murdering.
He doesn't want to shoot a special or anything, he told me.
No?
I go, when are you shooting on Netflix? He goes, I don't know.
Well, you know what, man? He's just enjoying himself. He's got a nice studio out here now. They're all set up. You see, they put video of, they got a set, that the set is just set up for 2 Bears, 1 Cave with him and Kreischer. So that's a set, and your mom's house is a set. They got multiple sets. You go over there, it's like a production studio.
And Bert's down here a lot.
Bert's down here, I think, once a week. I think he's coming in once a week. Wow. If not once a week, he's most certainly coming in once a month because they film that show together, and Bert just flies in. Bert's an animal. He doesn't give a fuck about traveling. He doesn't give a fuck. He is one of the nicest fucking human beings I've ever met in my life. If Bert has a bad thing to say about you, that's not good, man. That's not a good sign. He is so nice.
Family up there, man.
Yeah.
We had a nice little family up there. Bert lived around the corner from me, man, and I got to just see him in action.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. Ari's doing great. He's doing a lot better than he was doing.
Yeah.
He started turning up the heat a little bit, doing some more podcasting shit.
Yeah.
Ari with yoga with Ari.
Yeah. Yeah, Ari's doing a lot of great shit. We do a podcast together with Mark Norman and Shane Gillis and Ari and me. We do it like once a month. We'll be doing it once a month. We were going to call it the Cuddle Party, but then it became Protect Our Parks because Ari kept talking about some park in New York City that was going to get taken out, and it got taken out after he talked about it. Apparently, people didn't want it, but it didn't matter. What was the parking in, Jamie? Do you remember? It was a big deal. He was very upset about this park. So Shane Gillis changed the name of our text group to Protect Our Parks. And so that's kind of what the podcast is called. But it's a wild podcast. 4 of us just get lit. We just get lit and talk shit for hours.
I don't even see anybody to talk shit.
You got to make it happen. You make those encounters happen. You got to make time to hang out with people.
Let me tell you something. I hate driving into New York City.
Yeah.
I don't drive it either.
I wouldn't. But that's one of the reasons why I set up out here is that I knew there's a lot of people I can hang out with.
It's brutal.
Yeah. That hour's a lot. When I went to visit you when we were in the city for the UFC, and then I came out to visit you. That was a long ass drive. And then we went to play pool down in what was that town? It's like a couple
Edison.
towns. Yeah, a couple towns over from you.
And fucking Edison got some good places to eat too. Though.
Yeah.
They took me to a place there. My neighbors, again, I was just happy to be around Italians again. You don't understand. I feel a lot more comfortable around Italians, a couple Irish, a couple brothers. I'm good. Maybe a Chinese family.
I just think you didn't want to be around Hollywood anymore. I don't think it has to do with nationalities.
No.
It was L.A.
I'm just joking around.
I know, but you were always a guy, like, before all of us, that was sick of, like, that system, the Hollywood system. You were always making fun of the agents that would come around that would promise you the moon, and all these executives and all these people that would come around and watch shows and hee-hee and ha-ha. You hated all that shit. You always hated all that shit.
You know what, man? It was good for a period of time, and then we all figured out what we were going to become. You know, once you realize the direction you want to take this, and you were the leader of that, like people going, I don't want to act anymore. I don't want to play the piano no more. This is what I want to do. I want to do a stand-up. I loved what happened. Listen, man, I was locked up, and next thing you know, I'm at the fucking Comedy Store. You know what that feels like? You know,
I know.
Being there with
Crazy.
You know, fucking Bill Burr and Brian and all these people. So after a while, it just got fucking old. It just got really old. To be honest with you, the main thing that I want to get out, I had too much of a comfort level.
Too comfortable just showing up there and doing sets?
Just too comfortable. It was too comfortable my whole life. My whole life revolved around a 4-block area. You know, my house, the office, jiu-jitsu, cryotherapy, the weed store.
Don't you think that just any kind of change like that is always good?
Yes. It was time. It was 23 years.
Yeah.
23 years there, 2.5 in Seattle, 13 in Colorado, you know, a year and a half locked up. It was time.
Yeah.
It was time to come home. It really was time. I didn't do it for just wanted to go home. I wanted my daughter to fucking see the things I saw as a kid, not North Jersey type shit. But I wanted her. Did you see that fucking special on that amusement park when we were kids from Verona,
No.
New Jersey? What's the name of it? Action Park.
No.
They ended up calling it Class Action Park.
That's terrible.
Dog, you
What
gotta
happened?
watch
What
this.
happened? Was it
That's what we
accidents?
used to go when we were kids. Yeah, every time you were in there, they'd take you on a neck brace. Fucking when you were a kid, Doug. Please, Jamie, if you find anything, a trailer.
Dude, I was at a fucking one of those fairs
look
that
at
they
this,
would
Joe
pull up
Rogan.
in a parking lot.
Look at this shit. When we were kids, you know.
Jesus Christ, you're flying down these things. How many kids got broken legs from
Oh, my
this?
God. Every time you went there, if you went with 8 kids, somebody was going
The
down.
most dangerous
Look at
amusement park.
and in Vernon, New Jersey or Vernon, New York. Look at
Oh, my God. People are jumping off cliffs. Whoa. You could drive
that shit.
race cars?
everything.
You could, what is this, bungee jumping?
This was the 70s with the Class Action pool. That was like Palisade Amusement Park. It's a pool that's like a big cops probe. Look at this shit. Look.
Park accident. So people just got in accidents all the time.
Oh, every other weekend. Look at it.
But is that okay?
Yes.
Here's the question.
When I was a kid, I didn't go out to play. I went out to die. Big difference, okay? These little fucking half of fruitcakes today, they go out to play. I went out to die. Remember you hugged your mother and shit like you hugged the good. Ma, I don't know. We're going to go rob a train. I don't know what's going to happen. But look at this shit.
This shit is so ridiculous.
And New York had a ton of these when we were kids, from Tuxedo, New York, all the way down.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious. Action Park.
You got to watch the doc. Why was this allowed
So here's
to happen?
the question. If you could go, like, guys are doing, like, BMX flips, you know, guys are practicing for those things, how many of those guys get hurt? A lot, right? How often do they get hurt? Well, why is it okay if they get hurt, but it's not okay if you go to a park where you're reasonably certain you have a good chance of getting hurt? Like, if it's basically people paying to have the same kind of risk factor as you would do if you were doing something else crazy. That's totally okay. Like, why can't you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get a BMX bike, there can be a ramp, people know you're going to jump it. Everybody knows. That's fine. But what is that, more of a commitment? Because you went and you got a helmet, and you got a bike, and you got the whole thing, instead of just going to this place? There should be a place where it's fucking risky, right? There should be like, if you had a lockdown, solid contract where no matter what happened to you, you couldn't sue them. They can make a place like that again. But I don't think they would ever be able to hold
you
one
gotta
of those
watch the
contracts
documentary.
in court.
It's tough. I watched it. I remember watching
Oh,
it. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
tremendous.
But is it negligence?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If I remember correctly, there's a lot of people telling them you can't do this for kids, and people are like, give a fuck. It's the 80s. We're doing coke. We're making money. Have fun.
But
party.
the jumping off cliffs, like that thing, like the fact that they had a cliff dive, like that's just crazy.
Dog.
They built a cliff dive, and people could just jump. Like if you're jumping off of,
Yeah, this
like,
is the big thing that they
That
had
was the
there.
big
Remember the bridge where everybody would like get drunk and jump off of, and people were getting hurt. They're landing on each other all the time.
oh, of course. Look at that. I can imagine that they would. Imagine people landing on each other on purpose.
I think that's a part of it because they would cheer. It'd be like
Yeah.
you're the man for the 5 minutes of the summer day.
That's a great way to
cheering
break
at
your
you,
neck.
yeah.
Someone
Dog, this place is
flying and
just-
landing
Yeah,
on you,
watch-
that is a
watch the doc. It's
great
good.
way to
It's-
break your neck.
It's really good. I think there's even a fictionalized version that Johnny Knoxville made. That's why he popped up in that thing. And I don't remember what that's called.
You know, these places, and it was the 70s,
Mm-hmm.
late 70s, early 80s, or 70s. I don't think the insurance regulations were as strict as they are today. Like, they didn't have a fucking idea. Open up a park, yeah, whatever. Just give me $900 a month. Send us a check on the first.
They probably didn't have the kind
They
of
don't know.
lawsuits.
What kind of places? It's like Seaside. You know, it's nice. Couple little swings and shit.
Here's a question. When did the first lawsuits emerge? Like the first law, like a civil lawsuit, like someone suing you because they did a thing and they got hurt, and like you get trampled at the circus or something like that. Like when did they start suing for things? Probably pretty recently.
Look,
I want to say within the last 150 years, like a civil lawsuit. When did that start?
I'd have to think that has to go back because America didn't make up law, you know?
No.
Like it's gone on a lot longer than
Well,
that.
did they wear the powdered wigs in the beginning, like the English guys do? That's wild, right? The powdered wigs. They have to wear wigs when they judge things, right? I mean, I don't know how their system works, but I've seen many an image of like court in England from back in the day, film of dudes with wigs on, like in our lifetime, right? I'm not imagining this, right?
What, 20 years ago?
Yeah, wasn't that long ago? How long
I thought
ago
it was
did
like
those?
Abe Lincoln and those guys. George
No,
Washington.
not in England, right? Didn't they sometimes wear those crazy wigs?
They still do.
They still
in England,
do.
yeah. I don't know if they ever did it here.
Please, I need video footage of these judges wearing the wig in England. That's a crazy thing. Like out of all the wacky traditions, like wearing a wacky
typed it
wig.
in.
Oh, yeah.
Like look at
yeah,
that.
Okay. I see.
They all wear these wacky wigs that are like from the 1400s. This is bananas. What are those things called? Because that one looks more like a cloth than a wig. It's like it seems to have evolved. Right?
It probably has a proper name, but this just says like wig and it's just a wig.
Well, it looks like it back then too. And that one, it looks like the same thing, but it looks more like a cloth. Like sometimes like that one, if you go back, what is that thing? Is that real? That dude real? See, that looks like a rug. Like he's got a rug on his head. Like it's woven like a carpet. But what a strange tradition that the judges all have to dress like they're from a bygone era. You know where all that wig shit happened? What are all the wig shit in Europe, where it came from? Syphilis. These dudes were all losing their hair because they all had the clap. It was terrible. Like syphilis was running rampant. That's where the term big wig came from, because these really rich guys, I think they were brothers or cousins. We've talked about this. It was in France.
I tell you, it looks like he's got the clap. He looks worried. That dude, the prime minister, that fuck Jezebel, whatever her name
Justin
is.
Trudeau?
That dude, no, that's the dude in Canada, ain't it?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one in England, the uncle. He's all chubby and shit. He was pissing on that young girl. He put the R. Kelly or something. I don't know. He don't look good lately.
Well,
that fucking dude don't look good at all.
To be a royal and to be in a quagmire like that is probably very stressful. That whole trial was crazy. That whole Ghislaine Maxwell trial, and the fact that, you see photos of her like hanging out. She was at Clinton's wedding, like
It's not good.
Clinton's daughter's wedding. It's just like deep ties, deep intertwined ties.
He's settled.
Yeah, I know. I
Yesterday,
heard about
whatever,
that. Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Gave her a lot of money.
I know.
We're
Gave
living
her a
in
lot of
shady
money.
times, my friend.
It's odd. It's such an odd time to be alive because there's like so much of it is transparent, you know. So much of it is transparent, and so much of it is just, you know, where we're off in a bad way, right? You know how like you meet someone and like when you meet them, like maybe you're in a bad mood, or maybe they're in a bad mood, or maybe something shitty happens, and so you get off to a bad start like right away with them. It's hard to forget that and go back to just being cool with each other. It's hard. It takes two people to want to do that. It takes like, you know, you have to see the guy and reach out to him. Like, have you ever had a friend like that like you had to reach out to them and have a conversation with them?
The guy
and
kidnapped. You know how hard that was?
That's a different thing.
No, think about just apologizing is a motherfucker.
It's a motherfucker. What I'm getting at is that this country is off in a bad way. And I think a lot of it came about during the Trump administration because the country was so polarized. There was such a big difference between the people that were happy that Trump was in office and the people that thought that Trump being president is the end of civilization. And it's the worst thing that can happen. And he's going to cause nuclear war. He's an egomaniac and he's crazy. And it's just like he's just a horrible person. And we got to get him out of office. And there was a lot of people that just had to get him out of office. And then Biden wins, and then they wanted to make lists of all the people that supported Trump, so you could, you know, all the people that voted for Trump. You never wanted to, you don't work with them, ostracize them from society. People are literally talking about making blacklists, you know, to ban people. And then I think it's going to take a while before we realize, like, none of this is good for us. Like, none of this is good for us. None of this is good for anybody. And this idea that like one guy's your guy and the other guy's not your guy, and when he's in, all the people that are with him are your fucking enemy, and when he's him, everyone everyone who opposes him is you got to fight them off. Like, this is crazy talk. Like, we're all just people in this together, and this polarization that we're attached to right now with everything we do, with politics and with the environment and the way you eat and what you do and how you decide if someone's a boy or a girl, and whether or not people should be able to compete in sports that match their gender, and what are we going to do if the ocean levels rise? Like, everybody's got to stop, settle down. Everybody's losing their fucking mind. We have way more in common than we do apart from each other. We are way more often to get along than we are to dispute. And yet people are only concentrating on dispute. They're only concentrating on problems. There's so much good in the world right now. There's so much good. Are there bad things? Yes, of course there are. But if we just keep concentrating on only bad, we have a terrible view of everything.
What's going on at airports, on planes? We're fighting on planes.
People are tense, man.
Fucking fighting on. Well, listen,
They're
we just
tense.
went through 2 years, and not only 2 years that were rough on this country and the world, but for some, like a couple of weeks ago, it was Christmas. Everybody was getting COVID, and my friend called me. Goes, I went to whatever. They don't have tests, but I just found out. I'll never forget this. He goes, Fortune always has them. They want $40 a test. And I go, you know, and I got off the phone. I remember I was making like an egg salad sandwich, and I go, how much longer can the American public keep getting fucked? We just keep getting fucked the last 3 years. So there's going to be anger. There's going to be anger, and people are not going to look at the good right now. They're going to look at the bad because they're angry. You know, they're fucking angry.
They are.
I think that the 2-year pandemic created a mental health cycle in this country. I think that the people that you see now that are functioning and stuff, I think there's a little mental health issue with people. It seems like people are out more now. When you look on Instagram, it's not pictures, it's humans coming at you.
Yeah.
I think that 2 year fucked us up as human beings. It was just you get a different story every day. We don't know what's coming and what's going. Your kid's at home. Now, if they call, you have to keep your kid at home for 5 fucking days and change your plans because they had a contact. You know, it's just been rough. So I hope that we start to heal a little bit. But I think that the last 2 years beat us up, man. Beat a lot of fucking people up. People aren't going. No, they changed their lives. They changed their jobs. They picked up and moved. we're just now that's talking about a war in Russia and Ukraine, the Russian, it's just been a weird 3 years. It's been a constant smack in the face, and that's what I feel. Because why do all these fights on planes all of a sudden?
Well, I just think there's so many people that are tense, and when you force them to wear a mask on a plane and some people don't want to comply, you get people angry already anyway. Like, hey, I'm doing it. You should fucking do it too. And then people get mad. Did you see the one where the lady is yelling at the man? She doesn't have a mask on, and she's yelling at the man to put his mask on. And he calls her a piece of shit. And I think she smacks him.
She smacks him. Now, you could obviously tell she had 3 cocktails in her.
Yeah,
she's a fucking.
She was a crazy.
She never
person.
drank.
Yeah,
and then she drank on that plane. Altitude fucked her up.
You ever been in a plane where a fight breaks out?
Years ago.
Yeah, what happened?
It was not good. It had nothing to do with me, thank God.
I was in front, the 2 seats in front of these 2 guys, and one guy put his bag above the other guy's seat. See, like when you get up from your chair and you go to the bin above your head, like you're supposed to do it on your side to this guy, and this guy did it on the other side. He goes, hey, that's my bin. And he goes, no, it's not. It's first come, first serve. And he goes, no, I'm sitting here. That's my fucking bin. And he grabs the guy's bag to pull it out. And the guy's like, hey, fuck you. Get your fucking hands off my bag. And then the flight attendant almost kicked him off the plane. And it got to this real tense thing when she wouldn't give either one of them alcohol. She's like, no, you're not drinking. And, she's like, I'll decide later if you drink. Like, she decided that she was going to, like, keep these guys from... And I'm like, I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Like, is it up to the flight attendant's discretion? Are they, like, a bartender? Like, can they cut you off?
What's your option?
I don't know.
Get off the fucking plane.
Yeah, well, these guys, they did take off. The pilot talked to them. They did take off, and they never did anything. But it was, like, this moment. And this lady, she even said something to me, like, are you going to help me? And I go, if things go sideways, I'll get up. I'm like, but I don't want to jump in. Like, what am I going to do? You want me to hit somebody? Like, who do I hit? What am I going to do? Choke people? I'm not getting sued. Like, if everything goes sideways, I'll get up. But even then, I don't want to get... Like, what are you supposed to do? If 2 guys start swinging at each other, who are you supposed to hit? Who are you supposed to pull off? What are you supposed to do? Like, who's right? I think the guy who got mad is probably... He's got a point. Because the guy's putting his thing in his bin over his head. He's kind of got a point, but is it really a rule?
Let me ask you a question. Where were you flying out at? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Okay, because I always found LAX to be the most troublesome fucking... If you fly out of there, and I'll give you a couple of examples. 2012, when you were shooting your special in Columbus. Remember I got out of there, the cops had me at the airport in Columbus, and I had weed in my balls, and... The guy didn't want to press charges.
That was 2009.
2009.
Yeah.
And that was when the seat went back, and I asked the guy, like a gentleman, I go, your seat broke. Can you just pull up a little bit? And he goes, no. And I was like, and this guy's like a skinny worm. Like he's not a tough guy. But that's that Hollywood bullshit. I'm cool. He must have been a writer for his show. In fact, the guy from The Office was on that same flight. They would all go home on Fridays. And I kicked the fucking thing, and then he turned the stewardess on me. He turned the whole plane on me. Meanwhile, I got an ounce of weed in my nutsack, and now the cops want to talk to me when I get off the fucking plane.
Oh no!
Then I had 2 incidences in LAX. The one was like a year before the pandemic. Some guy, I get up. You get up. I'm leaving fucking LAX at 5 in the morning. I don't want no drama. They call my flight number, whatever. I board the plane. I go to my seat, and the guy's like, "No, you're not sitting here." And I'm a little fucking stoned. It's 5 in the morning. I go, "What do you mean? 1A. Yeah, he goes, no, go sit somewhere else. I'm going to sit with my friend.
Oh, no.
Dog, I go, listen, do me a favor. Get the fuck out. And that's exactly how I said it. Just get the fuck up. I don't have time to hear this shit. He just looked at me. I go, get the fuck up. Just get the fuck up. And I popped my thing. I put my sleep apnea machine in there. And he just looked at me like weird. Those are the type of guys that go, you're being assaultive or abusive. No, I'm not. You told me to go sit somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm your fucking houseboy. like I'm some fucking cat. Go sit somewhere else. So I tell you to get the fuck up.
There really are people like that.
Yes, on planes. Yes, get the fuck up. The people that were starting to drive me. Listen, go to any fucking airport in the country, and you could tell the gate that's going to LAX. You could tell. You just walk. Anybody, a fucking idiot, pick out the gate that's going to LA. Look for service animals. And not just a cat, like a fucking 2 dogs, a chick holding her baby with the yoga mat. You know, that's how you can tell the LA, they're flying with a yoga mat. What do you need a yoga mat on a fucking plane for? Really? That's how you can tell. They don't just have service animals. They got 3 of them. I was on a plane one time, lady had 3 fucking service animals. And she's telling the assistant, feed them, take the peanuts so we can feed them to the dog. What? LAX is the weirdest fucking airport. People flying into there or flying out of there. You're always going to have some type of fucking...
It's just a strange place where people go to get attention. You go to be seen. You go to be a part of the machine that makes the entertainment, you know?
Bro, one time I was going to Newark, and I'm sitting in the aisle seat, and there's 2 people next to me. I don't talk to nobody. The flight, great, on time. We land, the flight hits, and I had a flip phone back then. I don't know what year it is, 2006. I got a flip phone. I open it up, and I turn it on because somebody was going to pick me up. And I'll never forget that I heard, shut the phone off. And I go, and I look, and there's 2 guys next to me, and the guy sitting by the window goes, put the phone away. And I go, what? He goes, put the phone away right now. And I go, I'm not putting shit away. What the fuck are you talking about? And they were Germans. They had a German accent. He said, put the phone away, like a Nazi.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, I really oppose that shit. I ain't putting fucking shit away. So I'm just sitting and the guy keeps talking. So now I go, you know what? Let me call this motherfucker. The plane's still on the runway and it's rolling. And I'm talking to my buddy. Yeah, I'll be out there in 10 minutes. And the guy's like, hang up the phone. And he goes, what's going on? I go, this fucking jerk off next to me. I'll call you back. And I go, say another word. I go, you got the window seat. I'll kick you right through the fucking window. Look at the size of this fucking cow leg. All I gotta do is get up, hold this seat, pick up this fucking knee, and I will kick you outside the fucking window. Then the stewardess came. We had a conversation. Sure enough, the cops want to see us. So
oh, boy.
They let everybody else off, and now it's me and the 2 Germans. I'm sitting on one side. They're sitting on the other. She was a great stewardess. The cops come on the plane. We walk out to the front. Cop turns around with fucking Newark. And he goes, what's going on here? And I go, before anything, he's the fucking away team. I go, they're the fucking away team. They got no say in this. I go, I took my phone out, and he tells me to put it the fuck away like a boss, like a Nazi that he is. I go, and again, think about it. They're the fucking away team. So what do you want to do here?
Team.
Yeah, they're the fucking away team. What do you want to do here? And the cop goes, he's got a point. I'm going to walk with you to get your luggage, walk behind us. He wouldn't let us. He didn't arrest me. He didn't arrest them. But he walked us to luggage and make sure we were separated.
It's funny when people get intense arguments like that on a plane, but I think a lot of it has to do with the stress level of being on a plane. You're nervous. You're going to die. Yeah. That's the same thing with driving. That's why people get road rage. You're in that car and you're going fast and like everything is, what the fuck? Everything is heightened because of that. Like those 2 guys yelling at each other over fucking space, the bin space above their seats. Like they're probably freaking out. They're about to get on a goddamn plane.
I was fucking high to the gill once getting out of Aspen Airport, and some guy cut me off, and I swear to God, I was throwing everything I could at him. That's the last road rage I remember. Because when I got home and realized what I had done, I felt like such an asshole. Like the guy cut me off, but he cut me off on purpose, and they gave me like the finger or something. I'm 24 or something. So I'm like, pull over, you cocksucker. I'm throwing quarters at him. And then I go in the glove compartment. I'm throwing the warranty book at him. But then there was a can of paint, touch-up paint, and I fucking whipped out his thing, and his window smashed. And I had to pull the fuck away, and he tried to chase me, and that was it. I go, if I don't get arrested for that, I'll never do it again.
My friend's wife gave a guy the finger the other day. She was walking in a parking lot, and a guy was coming toward, and he wasn't stopping. And, he like finally stopped, and he looked at her, and she gave him the finger. And then she goes into the store. The guy parks the car and comes in the store and yells at her. He goes, come back out to the parking lot so I can finish the job. Like, telling her to come out to the parking lot so he could run her over. Like, that's how crazy people are. That's how tense people are. Because you're supposed, California law, right? That's where it was. Someone's in a crosswalk and they're walking. They have the right of way. You have to fucking hit the brakes, right? Like, they're not supposed to jaywalk, but if it's like a stop sign or if it's like a parking lot or something like that, they're supposed to have the right of way. So as she's walking across the parking lot, technically she's in the right. And this guy came inside and said, come out to the parking lot so I can run you over. Dude, there are people out there. There's people out, like, there's a lot of crazy, ramped up, angry fucking people out there.
A lot of pedestrians getting hit this year.
I'm sure.
I know they're getting hit in Jersey because I just saw an article. And in Jersey, you don't really give a fuck. The streets are so dark, you're like, fuck it. Nobody will see me. I had a bad day today at work.
We need to loosen people the fuck up. People need some goddamn exercise, Joey. You know?
A breather. Society's been getting beat up the last couple of years, man.
We had a chance the government had a chance to tell people to really promote it all the time. To say, listen, you want to all help out? Here's one way that would help everybody. If everybody exercised. If we all, whatever you can do, you don't have to do anything crazy, but whatever you can do, if you can exercise. If everybody exercised, we would drop so many of the problems that people have with stress, with anxiety, and then health benefits. It would help you a lot. They never promoted it. They had a chance. They had a chance during this 2 years where everything was locked down. Well, we found out that, like, your health had a big impact on how well you did if you got sick. And it's not just COVID, with everything. It's a real opportunity. People to say, like, hey, look, I know everybody's locked down for a while, but here's something you can do. Like, let's encourage, like, mark it down. Right? Today I'm going to do 20 push-ups, 20 sit-ups, get a chin-up bar, do 20 pull-ups too. Do whatever you can. Just run around your backyard, do jumping jacks, do something. Get a jump rope. Jump rope's great cardio. Fucking real easy to do. Just sit there and jump a little rope. Great for you. But nobody did anything. And while people got locked in their houses, they gained weight. A lot of kids gained weight. People got even more tense. People got, like, socially distraught. They felt disconnected from their family and friends. They get scared to visit their mom. Maybe their mom's older. They don't know if they have it. Especially people that have a hard time getting tested. That's a sketchy, like, you don't know. You wake up one morning, you feel kind of shitty. You're like, maybe I have COVID, or maybe I'm just tired. I don't know. Like, maybe I shouldn't see my mom. Maybe I shouldn't. Shit. That's real life for people. For fucking 2 years.
It's really weird when you look at your life and you think you're living a pretty good life, and then you re-examine it. That's the other thing that happened. When I left L.A., I was doing a lot of shit that just was, 8 to 10 espressos a day. Let's just start there.
Jesus.
Let's just start there.
That's a lot.
A cup of coffee for breakfast, 2 espressos. Come home, work out, do whatever, 2 more espressos at 5, and then I would drink 4 before the Comedy Store.
4?
For you people that thought Joey's got a lot of energy, he must be doing blow. Dog, it's 4 fucking espressos, and here's the other secret. Then I would run home. Everybody thought I was leaving the store because I had to go do something. No, I had to catch Starbucks. It closes at midnight, you dumb motherfuckers. So Tuesday nights I always left because of Joe's Pizza. My gift to me, if I did good during the week working out, was I would go to Joe's on Tuesday after the Triple E show and the original and get a slice of pizza.
Where's Joe's?
On Hollywood Boulevard. Great little pizza.
Where on Hollywood Boulevard?
Wilcox, around that area. Selma. No, not Selma. Wilcox and Hollywood Boulevard there. Yeah. It's next to like a little. They have one in the valley, too. Not bad. Not bad. I discovered it towards the end. Nobody was know it was good pizza towards the end. So I would go there on Tuesdays, and then I would stop up there. Because in Studio City, the fucking thing would stay open till midnight, the drive-thru. And I would get a grande flat white.
At midnight?
At midnight, 10 to midnight.
That's like 200 milligrams of caffeine, right?
Drink it before I walk in the house. And then have to smoke pot till I got tired.
Why do you just not have the coffee?
Do you know what that? Because that's not a challenge. Any idiot could just go home and go to bed.
When did you do your writing?
In the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah. The night, listen, when you drink 8 espressos, go to the when I would come back from the Comedy Store, I'd make adjustments. try to do this joke from a different perspective. Take the fuck out of there. Put the pussy here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
That's the only thing I would do. I would never rewrite anything because whatever you rewrite is shit in the morning. Once I put 2 or 3 bong hits in me and 10 edibles, whatever I'm writing is fucking Harry Potter. The next morning, I'm like, I didn't know I was a writer for Harry Potter. None of this is funny, and it's all fucking mystic shit.
I find that I have ideas at night, and maybe I don't have like a full premise, but I got an idea. You know, there's something there. There's something, you know how you have those ideas, like there's something on
There's
this
something
one.
there. Yeah.
There's something on this subject. I'm just going to just write down the heading of it, and just revise it in the morning or look at it the next day.
Give it a few days. I usually give it a few days to air.
Yeah.
And just see what, it's like opening up a bottle of wine. They say you got to air it. Same thing with a joke sometimes.
Sometimes it's just writing. Sometimes it's just the act of sitting down and doing it. And then in the process, a new idea sparks. Like you can't think that you have an idea already and that's the only way you can have an idea. Like every idea comes from somewhere. And the best way to get them out of my head seems to be to make them come out. Like to sit down and just write. And a lot of it's bullshit. It's nonsense.
That's the morning journal in my world.
I do it more at night, I think.
That's the morning journal. I got a new thing. I get my coffee in the morning and I go outside.
Yeah.
I don't care how cold it is.
Really? Why do you like it outside?
Because I could drink that cup of coffee outside. That's cryotherapy. That's what the Russians been doing for years.
Joey, if I got you an ice bath, would you use it?
Yeah, I'll go.
Would
with
you?
It. Yeah. There's a cryotherapy by me, but it's not the head. The head stays out.
I'm telling you, the ice bath that's the motherfucker. Cryotherapy's easy in comparison. Like cryotherapy, I used to do was like 250 degrees below zero for 3 minutes, and I would just be in there freezing my dick off. And it's real. Like it really does something for you, 100%. And I think the full with the head in is amazing, and the feeling that you get, like the rush that you get, is wild. But there's something about the cold plunge that seems even harder because you have to breathe through it. You're in there, you breathe, and you're like, you're all tense and shit, and you're trying to calm down. And your whole body's like, get me the fuck out of here. This is 33 degrees, stupid. The fuck are you doing? There's ice floating in this thing. And you're just sitting there breathing. But when you get out of it, it's like when the blood rushes back to your muscles. Oh, my God, you feel amazing. But your head feels amazing, too. It's like it does something for your brain. It helps alleviate tension. It makes you feel good.
Something about the cold air. Something about cold. There's something about it.
Yeah.
First time I discovered cold outside or anything like that was the Master Swimming Program in Boulder, because it's year-round and it's outside.
They swim outside in the middle of the winter?
Yeah, you didn't know that? The pool is heated.
Oh, okay.
But the
walk to the pool
to the pool is not. They would shovel the snow for you. You'd have your slippers on there, nice. And she would say, watch, there's salt down. That's all fucking winter along with it. But that little walk for me would do something. I don't know what it would do. I can't lie to you.
I have a question that I've always wanted. I keep forgetting about this. How bad is chlorine in the pool for your skin? Like when you get a guy like a Michael Phelps or something like that as a professional swimmer and they're swimming every day, like how
dries your skin, destroys your fucking head, dude. Because I did it last summer.
Yeah?
I joined the pool in my hometown. I was there every fucking day. Pool was
great
free.
Exercise.
Let me tell you something. I love the pool. I would go there. I would go to the gym, do all my shit around the house, podcast, and I would go there from 2 to 6 and sit on the other side of the sun. They play fucking Sinatra, Bon Jovi, all New Jersey shit. Tons of Frankie Valli at this motherfucker. Tremendous. And my daughter would swim all day at her camp, so she didn't want to meet me there. Sometimes I'd have my wife meet me there at 6. But that pool brought me back. I would sit there with my fucking socks off, just rolling my feet in the grass, the fungi toenail in the grass. And there was a kid in there. I swear to God, the thing that impressed me the most was they had 3 or 4 pools. They got a basketball court. They make heroes there. Oh, you could deliver pizza there. You could get any of them, Danino's, Carlo, all those fucking pizza places to deliver there. But this is what I liked about it. If you went like before 2, Joe, it was guys barely keeping it together, 60 and up. and you got to see these motherfuckers swim. They're like, what do you call those people? You told me once they're like, like Nate Diaz, he's a whatever.
Triathlon?
No, they're only good at one thing.
Oh, a specialist?
No, an idiot savant.
Oh.
Like these fucking guys were old. And they fucking go in there they got the paddles on their hands. I became friends with one of the guys, Larry. He's 71, retired stockbroker. So I started talking to him, and he started telling me, because I would say to him, the pool is cold. He's like, you're fucking Cuban. Get the fuck in there. So I started swimming with him and shit. But there was a guy in the pool that's autistic, and I would talk to him every day because I thought it was cool, like just to talk to him. He's a lonely guy.
Yeah.
And one day he's like, have you ever gone to an orgy? And he goes, I got my dick sucked one. And he started telling me about all this shit, how he did blow, how he smoked weed, how he goes to Atlantic City and gambles and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, I was a lifeguard here when I was a kid. I had a threesome in the back with 2 lifeguards.
Jesus, how old is he?
He's got to be 34. Great kid, heavy kid. This motherfucker would start swimming at 9 in the morning. He wouldn't get out till 6. And then he would wait for the sandwiches to drop prices. Like at 5, they start going, we're going to close at 6. Sandwiches are 50% off. And they buy one, get one free. And then he would buy the one for 50% off. Then they would go, it's 5:45. Buy one, get one free. And he'd go, God damn it. And I go, go get your fucking sandwich because they just ripped you off. Because he would get all fired up because of the 50% off instead of buy one, get one free. But towards the end of the summer, he's like, do you know how to get marijuana? So I started bringing him my fucking reefer. 35%, 37%. I would roll a joint and give it to him and go, don't smoke this on the property. Smoke this when you get out. The next day, he would come right to me. Man, that stuff was fantastic. I smoked it with a cigar and a bottle of wine. He was a cigar dude, $30 cigars. Then I started giving him edibles, and I didn't see him no more. Towards the end of the summer, I didn't see him no more.
I want to be real clear. It's your words, not mine. That when you said I called Nick Diaz an idiot savant.
No,
I definitely did not say that. It could be misconstrued.
Yeah, no, I don't mean it like that.
Those are your words.
I didn't mean it like that. Nick knows I'm a big fan of his.
No.
I meant it like
you meant like he's a focused person.
He's a focused, yeah. Like
well, when you get, if you get great at anything, anybody that's at a high level in anything has to be obsessed. You have to be obsessed with that thing.